This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito. If you haven't tried them out, then you're missing out. Their hours of operations are from Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast burritos and lunch specials. If you like that pica pica, try that hot sauce and let them know that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. They can be located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. It's the small yellow building with the Tigre tiger on it. Rawr.
Hey, welcome back to It's the JP Lopez Show. Whew, it's cold in this fucking motherfucker, and yeah, it's catching up to me. But we got a pretty good episode, pretty good shit for you. Hopefully to cool it off or heating it up. Sorry, my bad. Anyways, let me introduce you to my first guest, Mr. Aaron Mata. Yeah.
What's up, man? How's it going? My name's Aaron Mata. We are the owner of Bubba and Breeze Grilled Cheese. You can find us on Instagram at Bubba_Breeze_Grilled Cheese. Facebook, Bubba and Breeze Grilled Cheese. That's our socials. Oh, yeah, we do First Friday Art Trail. We do Midnight Craving. We do anything, any kind of private events that people want us at. You know, just holler at us, send us a message. My wife is the one who takes care of all the social media stuff. She'll get back with you, and good for us to roll through.
Hell yeah, bro. And I heard y'all are catering glory holes.
That's a little extra, but
All right. Thank you, Aaron. That guy's a pretty good friend of the show. Met him through the show and turned out to be a solid motherfucking friend. And I got a lot of thanks to say to him. And our next guest is going to be Mr. Luz Cuevas.
My name is Luz Cuevas, owner, operator, co-owner of Cuevas Drive In, L&M Catering. Cuevas Drive In's our restaurant, L&M Catering. We have a food truck that can do private events. We go cater weddings, quinceañeras, luncheons, Christmas parties, banquets, anything to do with food, we like to be there.
Yeah, man. Thank you. So now let's start the show. Luz, appreciate you, brother.
For sure.
Thanks, man. It's very rare that I'll invite someone on the first try and they're like, let's roll. I think Aaron took 10 times. And that's my buddy.
Yeah, I told my wife, I was like, I don't know if I want to do it. She's like, do it.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, she listens to podcasts all the time.
Yeah.
And so, I'll try to get into it, but I'm just so busy that I don't have the time. And it's like, if I'm driving somewhere, like I'm always on my phone. I'm talking to somebody, trying to get something going. So I just don't have time to listen.
Yeah, yeah. You can't play it in the car while you're driving?
My phone rings. It's going to ring. I got to do something.
I bet your buddies hate your ass.
My wife
like,
hates
get
me.
your ass off that phone.
My wife and my kids are like, man, you're always on your phone. I'm like, I got to.
Y'all, I was living through your social, and not too long ago, y'all were like on a guy's trip, weren't y'all? Maybe a bachelor party, maybe?
Oh, yeah. So my brother-in-law, we went to Windstar. Took him to Windstar. He wasn't trying to have a bachelor party, and I'm like, nah, dude, we got to do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're just going to go to Oklahoma or something. We're going to do something.
We went to that Toby Keith restaurant.
Yeah.
Inside there, and I ordered a grilled cheese.
The bologna?
Fried bologna sandwich. Motherfucker, dude. That's
That
a
sounds
bad motherfucker. Dude, that bologna patty was about that thick. It was good.
Yeah.
It was fucking good. Made me horny.
I don't know. We ate some barbecue joint that had smoked bologna, and it was fucking fire.
Yeah?
I was going to ask, have you smoked any?
No, I haven't, but I know we tried it somewhere down south that we went to. We go to all kinds of barbecue places, and I forgot which one it was, but it was freaking delicious.
You think they smoked the log?
Yeah.
Or they smoked the slices?
No, it's the
they
log.
smoked the whole thing.
whole log?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you dabble in barbecue? Or?
That's why we started, yeah.
Okay.
That's how we started with
Because
barbecue.
y'all's brisket is bad to the bone.
Yeah.
So is your smoked barbacoa.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's just, the demand for that is just insane.
Yeah.
And the whole reason we don't bring a barbecue on the menu is because, man, it's a 14-hour smoke,
Yeah.
and then you got to be at the restaurant all day, and by the time you look at it, it's 24 hours.
And then people are going to bitch at you because it's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we do it every so often, because we want to keep the prices down. And so that's the deal with the restaurant is we never want the prices to go up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the first time I ever even had smoked barbacoa was Zavala's Barbecue. And I think
It's in Fort Worth.
it's in Grape.
Or
No, not Grapevine. Is it Grand Prairie? It's in Grand Prairie.
Yeah, I think it might be Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere out there.
But that motherfucker changed his family's like deep in like in the on the city council and shit. So they changed the main street where he's at to Brisket. So he's on Brisket in Maine.
Oh, that's
Zavala's
right.
Barbecue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the first time that I had it. And then Jimenez and Friends,
Okay.
they are the second time that I had it, and it was fucking great. And then I tried yours, and that shit was good too. People get pissed off because they think it tastes like brisket, and I'm like, what's the smoke?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we used to do it when we had the barbecue truck. We used to do the smoked barbacoa. But, I mean, dude, it takes just as long as the brisket.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes freaking forever, and it doesn't make a whole lot.
But do you
either.
smoke it in its own tallow? Mm-hmm. You do? Mm-hmm. Because it's just little bitty ass cheek, right?
Yeah. Well, like the way we did it, I would put it on the smoker just regular after I trimmed it, and then after probably like 6 to 8 hours, I would wrap it and put it in a silver little pan with its juices and cook it in there. So that's the way we did it, and then after
it
it was done,
tenderize.
let it tenderize, because I tried to do it one time and I fucked it all up. I tried to smoke it the whole time just out like that. And it was tough. It was dry. It was just I couldn't do it like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
I did it the other way and it came out a lot better.
Do you sell y'all's tallow?
No.
You don't? I heard that like cosmetics and shit are now buying tallow and putting it into like facial products.
Damn.
I was thinking about that because we did menudo last week. And so we cleaned all the fat off of that. And I'm like, man, you got to be able to use this for something.
Yeah.
And there's just so much of it.
I buy it to cook, to fry my eggs in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jimenez sells their tallow. Because I used to get it from Hill Barbecue, but they bounced, so now I get it from Jimenez.
Yeah.
And that's what I cook my...
Well, he worked at Hill, didn't he?
You're talking about Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike came from Hill.
That's where I met him. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Mike and Mark, they're fucking badass people, man. They're very deserving of the buzz that they're getting right now. Justice, I feel like you're not saying shit.
Yeah, when it comes to like cooking, like smoking and barbecue and stuff like
That's your
that.
pops.
Yeah, like my dad did it so much growing up that I kind of disassociated with it.
Oh, for real?
Because like, say like
You didn't
kids,
learn the ways or nothing?
Well, like some kids, when like their parents push sports on them so much, they like resent it and they don't want to.
Yeah.
And he never like forced it on me, but it was just that's what they were always doing was cooking. That like it doesn't interest me. Like I just don't really care for it. Like don't get me wrong, the food's great and he did a great job cooking and I'll try anything, but like the process of it and like when you are talking about it, like it's a foreign language to me.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Your pops has like won barbecue competitions.
Yeah,
and shit.
and that's what I'm saying. Is like he was doing it so competitively at a high level that it was just hard for me to like sit there and just like find interest in it.
Yeah.
It was tough.
That's crazy.
It's just
dude.
I don't know how.
I mean, I get
it's the best
the
I can
concept
explain
behind it. Is like fuck that. I don't want to deal with that
Yeah.
shit. But then also too, I'm sure like his buddies had their kids and you were just out fucking around with them.
Yeah, that too. But I don't know. I was always kind of off doing my own thing. If it wasn't sports, I was fucking staring off in the distance thinking about random shit. Like if you listen to my podcast, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's not for me. It's not not my cup of tea.
Oh, dude. So I wanted to ask y'all, have y'all ever watched TV, church on TV?
We have it before. I mean, we recently started going to the worship center, probably about a year and a half ago, maybe.
But
And
like in your living room, you've watched church on TV?
yeah, like there was times that we got up and it was late, or that we didn't want to get the kids up, and they stream it. They stream it online on Facebook, and we'll sit there and watch it. But I mean, it just doesn't hit the same way as being in there. My wife loves it. Like she loves to just stay there and watch it at the house. But to me, it doesn't hit like the way it is to be inside the
You're
church.
all worshiping and chones.
I am, and we're
was
eating
gonna
a
ask what
bowl
if
of
you dressed
cereal.
up.
Yeah, we're eating a bowl of cereal, watching that.
Playing with your monos.
So it just doesn't. It just to me like not getting up and getting there and just being around the people. I guess it's a little different for us.
My grandma taught Sunday school, so I never missed fucking church because I was always at CCD before school, before church. But the people behind us, their little kids would always bring like cars and monos and shit, and I'd be like, boom, and like turn around. I'm like, why the fuck do they get to play and I don't? Like,
Yeah.
I think we probably did like during COVID. That's probably the only time we watched church.
I asked that question because I'm like, they have to be settled with like 30 viewers or something, because not very many people are watching
No.
South Crest Baptist at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
I mean, they have it on the mainstream though, don't they? Like, isn't one of them like on Channel 8 or something?
that's what I'm saying.
that?
It's
Yeah.
like on CBS or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So I mean, they have to have some kind of views to be able to pay that spot. You would think for that long.
I think it's like a backdoor handshake deal, like $50, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
just to kill dead air.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably to just fill that time slot too. Because
Yeah.
there's nothing to play at that
Because
time.
that ShamWow guy died, so they gotta pay for it.
Them commercials got me. That ShamWow got my ass.
So, was it the ShamWow guy that bit that chick's tongue?
That's a good
You
question.
remember that guy that used to talk with the with that mic?
I have
Did you
nothing.
ever? I never heard that. Like, cause he was like obviously real famous for his infomercials, and some chick like went up to him and like tried to French him, and he was pissed and he fucking bit her tongue off.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I think he got charges for it,
Damn.
not her.
That's crazy.
Moral of the story is, man, don't
Just
run
let
up,
her French
don't run
you.
up to
Don't French-
ShamWow
yeah,
and try to French him.
I'll ask him for my fucking money back, bastard. He got me-
ShamWow was it Billy Mays?
No, Billy Mays.
Okay, so it was a ShamWow guy,
Yeah.
as that young dude.
Yeah, the ShamWow guy was a taller white dude.
Yeah, because Billy Mays was that fucking coked out, bearded motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about social media, specifically for y'all two. But what's your thoughts and opinions on just free speech in general?
So yeah, I think as like a business owner standpoint, you're kind of limited because you can joke around, you can say what you want to say, and it also depends on like the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an asshole, then people are gonna know. It's gonna flood over, and eventually it's gonna come out. But if you treat people good, I mean, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah. See, I like how comedy is kind of reverting back to pushing the limits and pushing the boundaries on what you can say and like not get canceled for it anymore.
Making it art.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the aspect that Dave Chappelle says, "This is my art. You can interpret it however you want."
Yeah, for sure. And
I
you
think
don't
if-
have
if-
to listen to him.
No, yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, but like I'm inclusive. Like I like everybody, but the shit he says is funny.
I don't not think he's funny. You know what I mean? I think he's hilarious. But I'm saying that because Meta just dropped the whole
The AI.
censoring
Yeah.
or the third party, what is it, fact check.
Yeah.
And then people are pissed off because they're like, well, now you can just blurt anything on Facebook. What the fuck? You've always been able to do that, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I don't know. I say
what's your take?
I say whatever I want all the
Yeah.
time, so I really don't give a shit, and that's like another one of those things that, like, I just don't care. Like it's out of my control, so I don't really pay any mind to it.
Yeah.
Like if you have something you want to say, just say it, and if people take it the wrong way, then fuck off. Like it's as simple as I can.
I'm the same way, man, but I've got 2 strikes against my main IG page. And I'm like, how do I have 2 strikes when I'm just reposting shit that's already posted?
Yeah, well, I also don't use social media like that. Like even for our podcast, I don't touch anything. Like I have a girl who runs everything. I don't like messing with social media. Like I'll look at stuff, but I don't really post hardly or anything like that.
Yeah, I wondered that because you know, y'all's episode comes out in the morning, and then y'all are like at 5 or 6 p.m. when y'all are like, hey, the new episode is out.
Yeah, well, and even for me to like post, like promote it myself, I just kind of get to it when I get to it.
Yeah.
Like if someone wants to listen, they'll listen. And
I wish I could be like that, bro, but
I
I'm
just, I don't know. Like, I'm not doing it to force it onto any listeners. It's just doing it for me, and
Yeah.
it'll get out there if it gets out there.
I think that I need to take that approach, but it's not in me. As soon as like I wake up and the episode is out, I've got to post, hey, the episode is out.
And I understand it completely, but there's just only so much that I can control in this world that I don't like wasting energy on useless things that could affect my day. Like, if that's how I have to start my day, stressed out that, oh, I have to post this, I have to get the day going this way, like, nah, it's too much for me.
But your day gets started pretty fucking early, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Like, I'm working before the episode even drops.
Yeah.
So
All three of y'all fuckers are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you start your bread route at what, 2?
2 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah. I get there about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning
Yeah, but tell Luce why you started at 2.
to make it to the golf course by 7.
Nah.
That's the only reason
I
why.
get to the third hole and I'll drink and drive the rest of the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody can take my stroke.
Yeah, during the summer, I play golf 4 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then 1 on the weekend. So, either
And you're
Saturday
there
or
at
Sunday.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Like during the summer, like before that, we'll tee off at 6:30. It just depends. That like I'll stop doing my route just to go play golf, and then I'll come back and finish my bread route just to make it in time. Because we always the guy that I play with, we tee off. We're the first one to tee off. We don't schedule tee time. The people there already know that we're gonna tee off, so we just get there and jump right on and take off. So during the summer, when the sun comes up at 6:30, he's like, "Hey, where you at?" I'm like, "Bro, like give me a chance to get my route done, but I'll pull my trailer and park it in the parking lot and take off and go play, and then go back and finish my route." So,
Bro, I can get up early for work at any time. Whatever time I got to go to work, I can get up early for. But if it's like get up early for workout or for golf or shit like that, fuck, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
and see, for me, it's different. It's like whenever I'm gonna play in a tournament, or if I know I have something to do, like I can't sleep. I'm like a kid on the first day of school. Like have my clubs cleaned out, I have my clothes laid out, and it's just like
Are you good?
yeah, dude. Like all my, I'm decent. I mean, I shoot mid 70s.
I don't even
this-
golf enough. I don't even know what that means.
This dude wins fucking competitions. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah,
he's pretty fucking good.
I'm decent. I like to play a lot though, but like that's just the way I am. It's just like, to me, golf is just like my thing that I love to do.
Yeah.
So to
that's
me,
that's your me time.
yeah. I mean, and it's really my me time because me and my dad played. My dad's the one who taught me. I played in high school, junior, senior year in high school. Never took lessons or nothing like that. It was just all self-taught, and my dad. And I think to me, why it's so important to me is like my dad and my uncles, they've been playing all their life, and that's who I played with the whole time that I've been playing. And it's just good to like have that time with my dad. So like I want to do good in my mind. I want to do good. I want to be whatever, because I could see that like this past summer I had my first hole in one, and my dad had just left. So my dad had got a phone call to go to work. He's retired, but they needed him to do a service job. So he had left the hole before. The next hole I made the hole in one. I called my dad up. He's walking up and he's like, "Damn, son, like I wish I was there." Like, I know how much it means to him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just what golf is to me. So
I printed your picture.
oh yeah.
Yeah, because I print every picture, and so I've got photo albums upon photo albums, and you're like, "Hey, I just fucking did a hole in one." I printed that picture.
Oh damn, dude, that's sweet. Yeah, dude, it's just I don't know. To me, it's easy, like to get up for that, or like I'll have somebody text me on a Sunday, right? Like I go to work. My Monday is my hardest day. I have somebody text me Sunday like, "Hey, we got a tournament 8 o'clock at Lake Ridge. Can you make it?" Shit, I'll find out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll get up at midnight, go to work, do what I have to do, stop my route, go play the round of golf, and then if I'm not finished, finish and just make it work.
all the people that you deliver to, they're open, or you got like,
No, I got keys to all my places.
Oh, okay.
So like my Walmart's open, they'll let me in anytime. But like most of my restaurants I have keys to. So just because I've been there for so long that they trust me that I got the code to them and
That's
stuff like that.
crazy.
So I go in there and drop it off and leave before they even get there.
Do you have a quote unquote me time for anything?
Cooking's my me time.
For real?
Yeah, the way that he talks about golfing, that's the way that I feel about food.
For real?
Yeah, and it's
Damn.
crazy because I was like him, like, because I come from the corporate world, and you know, every chance I got, like I would cook. Like I ran hotels, and so I was always in the kitchen messing with it, doing caterings and stuff like that. And I just never wanted it to be my job. Like, you know, seeing my dad grow up, he always had 2 jobs, and he was always in the kitchen. He was always running somebody's kitchen, and I was like, man, I don't want that. Like, I don't want to always be working. And then
Look at you
I
now.
ran a restaurant. Then I ran a restaurant, and I was like, man, if I'm gonna run somebody's restaurant, I might as well run my own.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then my dad got sick, and you know, talked to my wife, and we started our catering company, and then went to help my dad at the restaurant, and now we do both. So yeah, I mean, I'll cook all morning at the restaurant. I'll cook for caterings for lunch, afternoon. Then I'll come home and cook. Like my wife doesn't cook, so she was dropping me off here because I was messing with my truck earlier. I got to put a radiator in it, and she was like, "Yeah, we can do sliders and French fries and this, and that." And we got to somewhere, and I'm like, "Dang, you gonna cook?" She was like, "Oh, I forgot you have that thing. Oh, we'll just pick up pizza. We'll just pick up pizza." I was like, "Oh, so you're gonna make all the food?" She was like, "Well, I mean, I can cook, but no, we'll just pick up pizza." She's like,
Oh fuck.
yeah.
God
So,
dang, now I want fucking sliders.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I love cooking. I love smoking meats. I think we have like 6 barbecue pits. I got 2 at the house and then 4 at the restaurant. Got a welder. So I'm gonna fix them up because they're all fixer-uppers, and I think after I fix them up, I'm gonna probably build my own.
What's your take on pellet grills?
I hope there's a lightning storm and everybody's goes out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the same way I feel.
Yeah, man.
I think it's cheating, bro.
Well, it's
But-
not the same. I mean, I've never tried, I guess, meat from a pellet grill, but it just doesn't look right.
It's just an outside oven, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it would-
my smoker that I have, it has pellet, like my 2 pellet hoppers that I have. My big one I have that I bought in Kansas, and so like I have my regular firebox in the back, and then once we hit temperature, we start the pellets just to keep it up and finish it off once it's wrapped. Because once it's wrapped, it's not gonna, really
Yeah.
affect it. So it really just helps me out to get some sleep and stuff like that. Because when I was doing the barbecue truck, I mean, it was literally sleeping on the couch next to my grill. I had my phone set on separate alarms, and it's like rib
Yeah.
time, brisket time, barbacoa time, popper time. So like it was just like constantly having to get up, constantly having to check it, constantly having to do stuff. So once I got that other one, once the fire was done, you wrap them, you set the pellets, and you can get some rest. Like,
Yeah.
To me, that's what it was such a big help.
I always
to
trip
do.
out on that type of shit for Andrew Hill when he first started in Lubbock, like, cause he used to do it outside.
Oh, yeah.
Downtown.
at the art
Downtown.
trail.
Yeah.
and that was like homeless, bad people central, and the motherfuckers outside in the fucking elements just smoking all fucking night. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I felt bad for that dude until he got that little
That little trailer.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
trailer that he slept in. But dude, yeah, that was rough out there for him.
Fuck yeah, man.
I mean, he's out there just toughing it out. That was tough. Like,
Just as you got a me time,
Yeah, I have a handful.
you got a lot.
Yeah, just not like a lot. I enjoy playing golf. That's a good one. It's kind of just like a get out of the house, get
Yeah.
away from everyone, be outside. I recently picked up softball, playing with my buddies.
Yeah.
Just like stupid slow pitch softball. It's so dumb, and like I tell everyone, like,
You say that,
we're
fucker.
so dumb, bro.
But
We're
you
so
you
dumb.
say that.
but it's so
Eli's
fun.
live. All of y'all are fucking treating it
Dude.
like it's the World Series, bro.
They do.
Like-
I go out there and fuck around, dude. I'm just fucking around. Like you sent me that Instagram reel about there's always that one guy who doesn't play and he's goofing around. I've always been the guy that plays, and I was still just
still
goofing
fucking
around.
around.
Like it's just sports were kind of just second nature for me. Like
Yeah.
I just have a knack for it. Like I just tell myself this is how it's done. Go and do it.
Yeah, natural athlete.
Yeah, and
is
so
what you
it's
are.
like there's not much effort I have to put into slow pitch softball. I'm just out there for fun.
Until you strike out, fucker.
I haven't.
You haven't.
I haven't. Like they go and
There's
practice
some
all
leagues
the
where you
time.
start at like 2 strikes, right? no?
Some tournaments, but not the ones we play
It's
normally.
mostly one strike now, right? One strike, one ball.
Yeah, 1 strike, 1 ball.
Yeah.
That's
But-
crazy, dude. I work a shift where I have like a lot of days off
Yeah.
in between, and bro, I don't know what it for the longest. Like it's not like it just something that came over me, but for the longest, and I say this all the time, but my wife when we first started dating thought I was fucking around on her, because I would go to the movies by myself. I go out to eat by myself. I don't have any fucking problem doing shit by myself, and like I'm at peace with it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to. Like, man, I'm eating by myself. People are going to think I'm weird. I don't give a fuck. But that's just me. And she would always be like, there's no way you're going to movies by yourself. I was like, yeah, I'm taking a date on a fucking Tuesday at 11 in the morning. Like, come on, man. Like, I just do shit by myself. I've always been like that. I could go to the fucking bar and drink by myself.
Yeah, I like doing that one.
Yeah.
Not anymore now, but
Yeah.
That's a
Because that's
good
an
one.
alcoholic. But
yeah, no, I definitely went through that.
No,
was,
I did too,
every,
man.
Every night I was
like,
just sitting at a bar by myself.
In my heydays, in my partying days, I'd be like all my friends were that fucking night were like taking their girls out, and I'm like, fuck, I just go by myself, and I'd go by myself and have
Yeah.
a fucking badass time.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
See, and that's opposite from what I've done. Like me and her been together since we were 16, so it's like we've done everything together. I don't ever do nothing. We don't ever go to movies without each other. We don't ever go. I don't even. She usually like even whenever I work, I won't eat until I get home with her, and then we'll eat. Like I mean, I would eat sometimes on the route when I had a friend with me. Like some of my restaurants, you know, like, hey, you want something or you want this and that. And of course, you say no, they're not going to offer you again. So we'll get it like a burger or something, and then I'll go home and eat with her. But you know, it's just like I just don't do anything like that without her.
that's crazy. Because I'll leave my wife at home quick as shit.
I'm the same fucking way, dude. That's
Right?
Why, that's why I like playing softball, because she's not gonna sit outside and just watch the grown men play fucking slow pitch softball.
I got no problem leaving her at home. Fuck that. I always say I single mom her. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I wait till she goes to sleep and I'm out. Fuck that. I'm bouncing. And I'll come back before you wake up. So, another question before we get into it. Do y'all think that, like, getting your nails done, you think that girls do that for other women?
What do you mean? By
Because
that?
you know how we work out
Sure.
for other men, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't work out for dudes.
Hold on.
First off.
come on, bro.
That's why I don't work out.
I do not mean that in a homosexual way.
yeah, I need you to explain this.
I don't mean, but
thoroughly.
you get what I'm saying is like we fucking go to the gym and we're like, that motherfucker's yoked. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
Okay.
like, oh damn, that motherfucker, check out his traps. Like, goddamn, that
Okay.
what the fuck do you do for your fucking buys? You know, that type of shit.
Yeah. Okay. I see. What
As
you're
a
saying
girl,
now.
they don't give a fuck about our trap size. They don't give a shit about our calf size. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like
okay.
we do that shit for fucking other men, whether
Yeah.
we like to admit it or not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a competition almost.
So if my wife, we go out on a date night and she has a broke fucking nail, I'm not like, oh, we gotta go home, babe, because I can't have my fucking lady out with a broken fucking nail. Only women care about that shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
eyelashes and shit like that.
Yeah.
I want to like, have y'all ever thought about that or no?
No, I've never thought about that.
For real, bro. I think they get that shit done for other women.
I think it's more so because like I understand what you're saying about the gym, but I do it more as it's like a confidence thing for myself. So I think that's like the women aspect, like a look good, feel good, play
Yeah,
good type
I
deal.
think it makes them feel good.
I
What?
for me to do my nails. And you,
No, I'm just saying I like for you, but it's not because you're doing it for other women.
no, I'm not doing
I like the way
so you give a shit about your lady's nails?
I like the way her nails look when she has her nails done. When they don't,
My wife
rough.
would text me like, "What color? Fuck, I don't care. The middle one."
she goes to get her nails done, and all you see is bleep 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 bleep, just pictures coming
Yeah.
up, pictures coming up. She's like, "Which one do you want?" I'll say 32 or whatever, right? And then she's like, "Okay, 32, 41, or this." I'm like, "Bro, I just told you 32. and then she'll come back
Yeah.
with some different colors.
And that's a waste
I-
of time for me because that happens all the time. Well, what color? And then I tell her that color, and she comes back with a total, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Like I'm done fucking telling you what type of shit to wear.
Bro, we argue with that all the time, bro. Like she'll tell me like, what do you think I should wear? I tell her, oh yeah, you look good in that. Wear this. Come back, brand new outfit. And I'm like, bro, why did you ask me? She was like, well, I just wanted your opinion. What? It didn't mean nothing. So what the fuck was it for?
Fuck my opinion.
Yeah, it's like it's not even what I told you to wear, but whatever.
It's terrible for me because my girl will ask me the same things about outfits or nails, and I'm fucking colorblind, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Oh, she'll ask me like, what color nails. I'm like, I don't know, and I don't care. So now
The
I
white
just,
ones or the black ones?
now I just say something like I would just be like that one, and she'll be like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it looks good. I like it.
I like that lavender.
Yeah. And like I wasn't colorblind until about probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and so like I know what colors look like pre, and then so I'll just say like, oh, this color because it'll probably look good with this and that. But I have to bullshit my way through so many of those conversations.
Dang. So like being colorblind, like you can't tell what these colors on the can?
No.
Damn.
Like certain blues and greens, I can see those. Certain shades of those. But like the reds, yellows, browns, like those shades, all that, they're all just like gray or dark gray.
Damn.
So like, what happened though? Like, why can't?
So I don't really know like specifically, but I had some kind of infection in my eye, my right eye, and it damaged all the like protective tissue around my optic nerve that connects to my brainstem, and like my whole face swelled up and my eyes was swollen shut. And
You didn't know you could shoot that far?
yeah, pretty much. No, like yeah,
Looking down at it.
because I was just at work one day and my face was twitching, and then I had to go home from work because I had a migraine, and I woke up and my whole face was just like swollen, and this one was just kind of like playing catch up, like trying to compensate for the both of them. I went to the ER and they couldn't figure it out, and I went to like 4 different eye specialists, and it came down to I needed an MRI, and it was like $1,000 out of pocket. So I was like, fuck it. I can still see right now, so I'll worry about it when it gets much
Pinche
worse.
raza. Fucking raza, dude. It's not a problem until it is a problem.
Yeah,
Fuck
so
it.
but yeah, so now I can't see colors, and I used to be able to see them out of this eye, but the doctor said it was going to give out because it would be working too hard.
Oh,
So it's just like the way your brain works is it'll balance it out so you're not working so hard where I'd have fucking migraines all the time.
That's fucking nuts.
Speaking of migraines, dude, I just had my first. I always talk a lot of shit. Like she tells me headaches, migraines, all kinds of stuff, and I talk a
It was
lot
around sexy time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I never had a super big headache. I never had, like, well, I'll get into his stuff in a minute, but like I've never.
Would you ever deny sex for a headache though? Fuck no.
No, but like I always talk shit to her about her headaches, right? She's like, oh, I got a migraine, I have this and that. I was like, bro, that's all fake shit. Like that shit doesn't exist, you know, because I've never experienced it. Well, I've had a tooth that I'm gonna get, I guess, pulled or checked on tomorrow, and it's been hurting me for like 2 weeks now. And Saturday, I had my first migraine. I guess it was migraine. I thought my head was gonna explode. Like I've never felt that pain, dude.
You were
I
a
got
little bitch, huh?
bro. I got to, and this is real talk, dude. I got to the point I prayed. I thought I was gonna die. I thought my head was gonna bust. I started saying the Our Father. I asked God for all to forgive me for my sins. I told her, I woke her up because she couldn't sleep at all. Like she put her AirPods in trying to get some sleep. But dude, I got up like every other hour, and I was there. Like I had a cold pack on my head. Like my it's just my right temple, but it was just like pulsating. Like I could feel it, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit.
You
Like,
woke up with your headache gone all pissed. Now I gotta fulfill my fucking
dude,
promise to
no.
God.
So every what 6 hours from then on, and like since Friday night, every 6 hours I've taken 2 Tylenol and 4 Advil every 6 hours just to control my pain. Like that's how bad it is. Like
Since the migraine?
ever since I have to take it because if I go 4 hours, I can start feeling it come back, and it's pulsating in my head. Like even right now, like I was at work breaking down at work this morning, and I put a pin in my hat, right, and just that pin pressure hurt my head the whole day from that. So
I think that might be something to get checked out, bro.
well, I go get checked tomorrow. So hopefully
Okay.
it's my tooth. Hopefully
Well, we'll
it's
be
not
praying for you, bro.
But dude, I was like, I woke up to her and I was like, babe, I'm sorry for any time I ever said fucking migraines.
Is it a cavity?
I guess. Well, no, I had a feeling.
So it's a cavity.
Yeah, it was filled, but all my filling came out. So now it's exposed. So like if I like breathe in cold air, it hurts it.
They said
So-
that xylitol gum. Xylitol gum rebuilds your enamel and it'll close up your cavity
No shit.
over
Well,
time.
I don't have any enamel on my teeth.
That's
'cause
what I'm saying.
I
It'll
grinded my. I
build
grind,
the enamel and it'll rebuild your fucking cavity.
Yeah, I
like it's been proven like that xylitol gum
Yeah, I'm gonna
and
have to-
xylitol toothpaste.
I'm gonna have to eat that shit all day
Yeah.
because I grinded my teeth when I was younger.
But
so-
don't get a root canal, bro. Like pull that bitch out
Yeah.
because did you see that documentary they took off Netflix
About
about the fucking root canals being the cause of like heart attacks?
I didn't see. I didn't actually watch it, but I've seen the like clips about it, and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
and they took it off Netflix. Like
Damn.
Big Pharma had like, take that shit off.
I think I had my first root canal when I was 14.
Yeah, and they said
Damn.
that if you have a root canal, like go get that bitch pulled because eventually it will be the cause of your fucking heart attack.
Damn. Yeah, I told her, I was like, I was gonna schedule an appointment today because I was like, I can't wait till tomorrow. Like after this weekend, I was so fucking done. I was like, I don't care who I go to. Like somebody didn't pull my shit out today. And then she was like, well, they already scheduled your appointment for
You got a
tomorrow.
bucket of Ambisol and shit.
Bro, bro, it's like it was so much pain. I'm like looking at shit on TikTok. I'm fucking doing my mom. I called my mom for all her Mexican like remedies, and she's telling me to put clove oil or something on my tooth, and I was like, I'm just gonna deal with it. Just keep taking medicine, and I'll deal with that shit. I don't want to do all
Just
that.
kill your liver while you're at it.
Yeah, I was like,
Mom,
wow.
I don't want to listen to your curandera.
I said, just spray an egg on my fucking mouth for me. Rub an egg on my mouth. It's probably oil hole that somebody gave me on my mouth, but yeah, dude, I felt so bad.
Who the fuck wants your mouth coming on?
I don't
Hey,
fucking.
touch my mouth so I don't get ojo.
I tell the girls, kiss my mouth. You're giving me oil hole.
Oh man. So let me ask you, Luz, do you think that fame has diminished?
Excuse me. There's a lot of famous people now than there was back then,
You
just
think?
because of all social media.
I think there's less famous people now, in my opinion.
I think so.
I mean, my kids are like, "Oh, that's so and so YouTube. That's so and so on TikTok. That's so and so," and I'm like, I I recognize actors. Like, I know famous people, but I don't know their names.
Yeah.
because I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they're nobody. I mean, there's just a person on the show.
That your kids know.
I mean, everybody, anybody that's
but
famous.
that's my point. Is
Anybody
like,
that's famous.
like-
But I think I've always felt like that because
okay.
I mean, and I don't like I know your name, but I won't know their name because you mean something to me. They don't.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna pay $8 to go see their movie and then be done. I'm be entertained for an hour and a half.
Yeah. You think fame's diminished?
To me it has, because I think like me growing up, like when I saw actors, when I saw wrestlers, like that was fame, Macho Man, like all the big time movies back in the day, like every time I looked at to somebody, I was like, oh, that's a famous person. Tom Cruise, all these people, all these actors, they were somebody to me. You looked up to them and was like, man, these guys, like if you were to see them in the streets or you were to see them at a game or something, it's like, paparazzi all around. And now it's like these TikTok people have just as much followers, if not more followers, than some of these actors.
Yeah.
Some of these people, and to me, like that's what is diminished the fame of what it was to me.
You don't have to do
but-
as much now to get famous like
No.
you did back then.
No, but in a way, I'll put my 2 cents in after. Do you think fame's diminished?
No. So I understand what you are saying, but it's to like simplify it to start off is it's kind of like Lubbock with restaurants. Like y'all know y'all have y'all's own restaurants and food services. Now it's growing so much that there's so many different places to eat that someone can say like, oh, this restaurant is so good because of this, but you don't understand there's another one on the other side of town, but you don't go over there, so you don't know. Well, when it comes to social media like TikTok and YouTube, and then you have actors and actresses, and then you have musicians, there's just more and more fields opening up to where there's just more of them. And it's not that it's diminished, it's just that there's a lot more areas that you're not aware of. So you just don't know them, which is not to say that they're not famous, because like I have stand-up comedians that other people have no idea who they are. But you go look at their social media pages, they have 10 million followers. And it's not that it's diminished, it's just grown so much. And there's
It's just
there's
spread out.
so much variety. It's kind of like, it sounds stupid, but like religion. It started in one place, and someone said they didn't like something, so they made a new religion. Like the Baptist, the Catholic, the Christian.
Are you Southern or second?
Do what? But it's just kind of one of those things. Like it's just grown and evolved so much that it's just not the same. I wouldn't say diminished is the right word. It's just changed.
So I agree with what you're saying, but I don't think that that's fame. I think it's just watered down. Because
Yeah, it's just
I'll
different.
always revert shit back to the cochinas, bro. I really will. Like, back in the day, Maxim magazine, like FHM, and even Playboy, like you couldn't wait for Sable or like whatever WWF star was in Playboy. You're like, fuck, I can't wait for that fucking issue. And like, yeah, now with social media, there's an outlet for all these hot chicks. So I think it's watered down. And yeah, this chick has OnlyFans making millions of dollars or whatever, but I don't see that as fame, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I just think
No,
that there's
I
just
get that.
an abundance of bitches now.
Yeah,
to
but I don't.
where-
That's not famous. But
that's my theory on actual fame for like, because
it's the same with.
who's more famous, legit, actors, artists like singers or influencers, in your opinion?
It just kind of depends on your avenue, but I truly think that actors
Like the
will
most
always,
famous.
It'll always be actors.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Because I
they
would argue that like Hollywood's dying, you know, like people don't even know these fucking actors anymore.
well, it's because there's so many different movie production companies, and that's why indie films are so popular now, because you don't have to control it. You're making it on your own. I mean, you look at all these different actors who came up, and they're not even in Hollywood anymore. Like,
Yeah, there's so many streaming services
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like Netflix has original Netflix, or like an original Peacock, or you know, I mean everybody. It's not.
But that's
coming-
my point. It's like it's just watered down. It's not like fame anymore.
it's
I
just
don't
you don't
fucking
have
know.
like the heartthrob and like
Yeah.
superstars like you used to.
Yeah.
There's too many of them.
Yeah.
Because think of like when we were kids, bro. Like think about that kid Joey Lawrence, right? And then from Full House, that the oldest or the middle son, like all the girls loved them. Like they
John
could
Stamos.
what Zachary Thomas something. I can't fucking
yeah,
remember.
you're talking about.
But you get what I'm saying. Like they were heartthrobs. Like every fucking little girl had a poster of him, of them.
Yeah.
You don't see that
Yeah,
shit anymore.
yeah, you don't see
Like,
them
you
advertising.
just don't look up to him like the way we did. You know, like I mean, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I wouldn't see somebody having a picture of Mr. Beast in the room. You know, like a little girl.
Yeah.
Maybe they do, but I mean, back then it was just like, you know, like I mean, Zach Morris, AC Slater, like them, you know, people were like, oh, dude, like they're the shit, you know, like that's who I want to be, like that's who I want to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think more people look at like Mr. Beast or all these influencers of not that that's who they want to be. They just want the money like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what they want.
And that's what I think too.
It's
I
just-
think that the money is so there now that
Yeah.
people don't give a shit about being famous.
And it's just different forms of art, like we were talking about with, you know, the comedy with Dave Chappelle and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you take into different art forms differently. So, like, some people, like, it's musicians, some people it's actors, some people it is influencers or YouTubers. It just kind of depends on where you're at,
Yeah.
what avenue you're on.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I do see that.
And I understand completely what you're saying, but I don't know. I think it's just it's all preference and perspective at the end of the day.
outside looking in, I just I asked my son. I was like, "Who's the most famous?" And I asked him like movie stars, artists, like singers or influencers. He was like, "I think it's music." And
I think they make the most money now.
Well, you know who the most famous person, theoretically, number wise, is probably Taylor Swift.
yeah, dude, she made $1 billion fucking dollars on her tour.
Like her and Selena Gomez are self-made billionaires.
Did you see that she gave away $200 million in bonuses?
Yeah, those are
13.
money.
So like her,
Fuck, dude. Can you imagine
All the way
that?
down to the truck drivers.
Like that kind of money, bro? Like,
Her concerts are longer than my podcast, and that's hard to do.
yeah, because y'all go long.
They're expensive too.
Yeah,
I could
it's
just
a lot of
imagine
money.
if I took my wife to that concert, how much money my fucking alcohol bill would be.
Yeah, well,
Because we go to fucking tech games and my alcohol bill's like $200.
yeah, she goes through like every album she's ever made.
golly.
But yeah, a tech game, $200.
Yeah, you don't know me and my wife.
No, I do. I'm just,
yeah.
I kind of blew
It's-
past it. My
It's
bad.
bad. It's fucking bad.
Yeah, all those buzz balls.
And she's like, "We should go to this game." I'm like, "Nah, my wallet's hurting. Fuck that. We're not going to that game." I mean, don't get me wrong. Every football game we're gonna be there, but
Yeah.
basketball and baseball, sometimes I gotta be selective. I'm like, "Fuck, we ain't going to that game."
yeah.
Just start taking the camel packs.
Oh, I do, and I still spend
Refills.
Still spend buku's money, man.
Yeah.
Fucking alcohol.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. That's why I started drinking Busch Light.
Hey, man, but that's a pretty good beer.
It is a good beer. It tastes just like Bud Light if it's cold.
Did
Nah.
you try the Bush Peach?
It's amazing.
It is?
It's so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Hey,
and
that's
I don't even like
seasonal,
peach.
Or no?
No, not anymore. It
Okay.
was originally, but it
I
did
think the
so
first
well.
time I had it was with you. It was pretty fucking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try it.
It's good.
I don't
It's
even
really
try
good.
Bush, but
I
I want
like
to try
it.
that one.
I
You
liked it.
drink the apple ones, like the ciders and shit?
Just like the apple ciders.
Like,
or-
you know, like the Angry Orchard?
Oh,
or,
I used to way back when I like first started drinking.
Yeah.
But that was more just because like it was there and it was easier to drink. But now, no. The only thing I drink now is beer and rum.
I used to drink the shit out of woodchuck because it tasted like apple juice. And I
Yeah.
think it was like 6%.
Yeah.
It was solid, especially when Fox and Hound was still open.
Mm-hmm.
It's all I fucking would drink.
Yeah, no, mine's just beer now, really. And rum. I got into rum for some reason.
Yoo-hoo and rum.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had some rum that we bought from New Orleans, and we just finished it.
Oh, y'all did?
On
You
New
finally
Year's.
finished it?
I didn't finish shit. Fuck that.
He
I
said
took
it was
to
nasty as
it to
shit.
my friend's house, and I was like, "Bro, we got to finish this tonight. I don't want to start the new year with this shit." And they took it and they ran with it and they finished it off, but it was disgusting. The worst rum I ever tasted in my life.
I wanted to try it, bro. I legit
Oh,
wanted it. I wish you would have saved me some.
Oh, dude.
Anything that's like horrible or the worst, I'm a fan of. I'm like, let's fucking do it.
Oh, dude. It
Yeah.
was bad. It was real bad.
So let me no, babe, can you give me the lemon? Sorry. We'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but
Probably not.
probably not. No, so that's what I'm saying. I bring it back to the cochinas because that's, you know, bro, when we fucking grew up, like that was our avenue, was just magazines to see like hot chicks and maybe a flash of a nalga. You know what I mean? And that was our shit.
Yep.
And then so you fast forward to today where every chick is showing their ass and tits on social media and it's nothing.
It's
like,
not. It doesn't hit the same.
like there's no like
You have to work for it.
like the quote unquote like the top Victoria's Secret model anymore. That you were like, yeah, I can't wait till December to see that chick in her underwear on CBS because they had that every year that fashion show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't get that anymore, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, so like I said, I mean, you can take that as a bad thing because I'm fucking reverting to fame or like putting fame for fucking chicks, but I mean, that's what I knew because I was like, man, I had posters of fucking all these girls in my fucking room and kids today, and even like basketball or football. As a kid, I knew all the players, and like I collect the cards, and like third, fourth grade, I'm fucking collecting cards and like You don't have a Michael Jordan or you don't have this Scottie Pippen or whatever. Kids today, they don't give a fuck about no players. They don't even know their names.
Nope. I just had to talk with my son about that the other day because I was like, name five baseball players, just anybody, or name 5 football players. He knows Dak because I'm a Cowboy fan, so he'll know like Dak. He knew on the Boston Red Sox, he knew like Big Papi because we have a dog named after him. So like that, he didn't know very many players. He can't even tell me friends that were on his travel teams that he'd been playing baseball with.
God,
I'm like, dude,
talk about not giving a fuck.
No, like his mind is just like, dude, I know players that I played with in Little League back when I fucking played. I had some of my best friends were from there that I still know, and I'm friends with them on Facebook. And it's like, dude, I haven't seen this dude. This dude's dad coached me for so many years. I'll see like players that I played travel ball with. Well, travel ball wasn't a big thing back when I was playing ball, but like they had select league that we played. And like I see some of them friends, and I run into them. And I'm like, hey man, how's your dad? How's this and that? Because it was all dads that coaches. Now it's like people that played college ball trying to coach now. It's all about organizations. It's all about money. It's all about different stuff. Back then it was just dads that coached us. And so like I'll run into them and I still know their names. I still whatever. My son, he could barely name 5 players on his team now.
In my day, you were a chump if you didn't know athletes. Like legit.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. I mean, me and my brother, we all 3 of us. So there's 3 of us. My oldest brother collected basketball. I collected football, and my brother Albert collected baseball. And like he knew everything about baseball players. We all had our little folder that we had all our cards in. My brother was like big time into drawing, my older brother, so he would draw all his NBA players. He made posters of like Clyde Drexler, John Stockton, Grant Hill, all these players that he would draw, but he was all about basketball. You could name any basketball player on any team and he'll know them. That's the way I was with football. Like I did all the football, so I collected Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman. I have all these football cards that I have, but it was just like that was everybody had their own thing that we did. And now it's just like nobody wants to do nothing like that.
No.
So it's just weird.
Did you grow up knowing like athletes?
I mean, I knew a few. Yeah. I mean, I didn't collect any cards. We didn't have money to buy that many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we didn't either, but I found ways, man. Like legit, I fucking collect cans. My dad used to fucking take me to fucking a whole bed of his truck with cans and get like $20, and I'm like,
Yeah,
motherfucker,
I know.
I spent 8 months collecting that shit for $20 fucking dollars.
My grandpa would do that, and so we would all help him, and he'd have bags on bags on bags, and we would take them. I'm like, we did all that for that money?
Yeah.
Nah, let's go rob a bank, grandpa.
But I take that 20 to the flea market and buy cards, bro. Like that was my shit. Is trading. Well, they were calling trading cards, but they're fucking sports cards. And then in 5th grade, our elementary teacher in 5th grade hosted an after-school special where you would take your cards and you can trade them or whatever. But he would approve the trade if it was a good trade or not. And then he took the teacher took his Michael Jordan rookie card, and we all fucking had hard-ons and shit, and we were just like passing it around. It was, man, dude, it was badass. Man.
That's crazy.
But that was our shit, is all fucking knowing sports. And like, I couldn't wait for Wednesday because the Bulls played the Knicks on Wednesday on TNT.
Yeah.
That type of shit.
I think there's just too many people in it now for any one person to be famous. I mean, like, yeah, you got LeBron, but there's no Shaq, there's no Kobe, there's no...
That's my point, is like fame has diminished, man.
Maybe they're just not as good.
You think?
You have a lot more leagues too now. You have different, like with the NFL, you have the XFL, so players don't just like stay in one spot. It's all about money. Like even golf.
Yeah, but the NFL is not the NFL anymore either. You can't hit anybody.
Yeah, they've totally reworked. Like, yeah, you're right on that.
But also, I think that there's too much money being thrown around. Like now, you hear about people getting $100 million, $280 million contracts. You're like, for what?
Shit,
I mean, what did that get?
Look at Juan Soto. He just got fucking paid. What was his?
It's the biggest contract in sports.
You think he's gonna produce?
Yeah.
I think once you make that money, you don't care.
Not him though. He's legit because he got paid by the Yankees and he was still producing, and then he realized that he was worth more.
I feel like baseball's always paid their players though.
Yeah.
But like now football players are getting paid what baseball players used to get paid.
Well, football is fucked, like fucked, because you have the NIL
all
shit
the way
with
through.
college now,
No, it goes all the way to high school.
and
Yeah.
so
There's certain states that do
exactly. So you have college players making more money than Brock Purdy,
high school. Yeah. Yep.
and this motherfucker's on his 4th, 5th year in the league. Like what the fuck? So that gives no incentive for people to leave college anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know how this fucking.
I mean, if I was that
back
good, I
fuck-
would just play in college, get a degree, and retire.
Yeah.
So-
Who needs that much money?
So is that a good thing though for sports to not just be one and done?
I think it's
and-
fucked. I think it's fucked all the way because, all right, so let's just put it into play. So the kid from Tech, right? The
kid
5-star
Hudson.
fucker.
The one
Hudson,
that- yeah, that just left, right?
So you know he's at least got a couple million with the Pat Mahomes deal, right? With the Adidas deal. Obviously, he didn't do shit. So now he's going to A&M, making a ridiculous amount of money, right? So, like, where is like the buyout? You know, where's like they need a contract to like buy it out to where you can bounce, pay Tech back that money,
Yeah.
and then you can
Yeah.
bounce. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, bro, it's fucked because now the playing field is to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
And I get it. Now it's not SEC anymore. It's everybody. But fuck, man, like I'm gonna go to your school, fuck you out of a couple mil, and then I'm gonna bounce to. That's my opinion.
But
Yeah.
I think that it's leveled the playing field because you know people were getting paid.
Oh, for
back
sure.
then.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're like, you can't beat them, join them, and make it legal. And whoever got the most money, let's get it.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. But I think the system is fucked because these kids are okay. The season's over, right? Season's done.
Yeah.
You've got to re-recruit your own kids to stay.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part. Is like, okay, our season's done, and now I've got to re-recruit him. Like, please stay.
Yeah, to stay.
Don't hit the transfer portal. Please stay.
Yeah.
Now the transfer portal is a different thing than the NIL. I think if there was no transfer portal, I think it would be fine.
I think if you just had one, cap it at one transfer.
Well, that's what they're saying that they'll do for high school. So they're proposing that for next year. It's gonna go up for a vote this year, and you get one district transfer, no questions asked.
They're doing it that bad in high school already.
They're transferring like that?
It was
So it came up for proposal.
It was.
didn't know that.
It was already that bad because
Yeah.
when I was in high school, when I went to Friendship, there's a handful of players that
Kids are getting recruited.
that came to Friendship and they weren't in our district.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I mean, you look back at Permian, that's why they got in trouble for everything because they were recruiting parents to come work over there so their kids could go to that school and play football.
Yeah.
So this is gonna sound racist as fuck, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And I'll
Fucking
take
ready.
it. I'll
Say
take it.
Say it.
But I had already known like Cooper was recruiting kids
Yeah.
when like the blacks were going to Cooper.
Yeah.
Because there is no black families in that side of town, in my opinion, that fit that fucking Cooper football team, and it's like 40% like black kids, bro.
I think people are going over there for clout. They're like, oh, I go to Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean, when people say that, it don't
And
mean
like,
shit to me.
and I've heard like several of these families are like from Dallas.
Yeah,
And like,
it-
why are they going to fucking Cooper?
That's
Like,
what I was saying because when I was there, I went to school when it was like the peak of Friendship versus Cooper.
Yeah.
Because that was like the biggest game in high school football in this area.
yeah.
And yeah, it was real. There's definitely people
Yeah,
who
they're
were
recruiting
moving.
them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't fucking tell me otherwise. And I'm not being racist. Like, I'm just being fucking real. Like,
No, yeah, I get it. It's just you can't really stop it.
but I didn't know they were transferring. Like, legit.
So yeah, I think it's going up for a vote this year, and you get any kid gets one transfer, high school transfer, and that's it.
So did you go to
There's di-
Estacado?
I did, yeah.
What-
so
what's
there's
in that
different
water?
There's different ways.
And what I mean by that question, right? What I mean by that question, bro, is anybody that goes to Estacado is like Texas and Georgia. Like, they are fucking proud to go to Estacado.
it's a culture. It's a culture. I mean, and it's a family, and I stand by that because I met my wife there. I have friends that we're still lifelong friends from there. I mean, I moved away as soon as I left. I mean, as soon as I graduated, I moved away, came back, and I mean, we're still like family. Me and my friends. It's just a culture over there, man. It's completely different. It's not like, I mean, and I want to say it's not like any other high school, but I don't know because I've never been at any other high school. Like, you know, people are genuine.
I have
My son goes to Estacado.
yeah.
So he's a junior there, and you know he wanted to go to Lubbock High, and we kept an open mind. Me and his mom, we went to Estacado, kept an open mind, went to the open house. You know, he wanted to do this, he wanted to do that. He's like, "Oh, my friends are going to Lubbock High." We're like, "I don't give a shit. You want to go to Lubbock High because your friends are going there? The best bet is to go to Estacado. I mean, it's early college.
Yeah.
You graduate with 60 college hours. Graduate high school with an associate's.
That's
But
crazy.
not even an associate's because they're tech college hours because they're associated with Texas Tech. So you get 60 D1 college hours.
That's crazy, bro.
But-
But I have a suegro, and I've got my tia, my auntie Gloria, and they're old heads, bro. Obviously, they're old heads. And, dude, they are die-hard proud to be from Estacado.
Yeah, I
And
mean-
everyone that's from there is the same way.
It's a culture, man. Like my dad went to Estacado. My mom went to Lubbock High, but my dad went to Estacado. All his family went to Estacado. I mean, me and my sister went just because of the programs, like the magnet programs.
Yeah.
I mean, it attracts you there, but as soon as you get there, man, it's like a family. It's a culture. It's a whole culture there.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you go and you just feel like family. Like, we're heavily involved. Like, we're involved with PTA, we're involved with theater, we're involved with cheer, we're involved with swim. I mean, if they ask us and they need help with anything else, we help them. And it's crazy because it's everybody that's involved, their kids are there.
So back in my day in high school, they didn't have a cap for super heavyweight, and so if you were 250 and above, it was super heavyweight. So I don't know if you know Jerome Flowers. He went to Estacado, bro. So I was like 255, and I hated that dude, man, because I was like the strongest motherfucker I've ever been in my entire life at the time, and I'm repping shit, and I'm going to fucking powerlifting meets with Estacado, and like Jerome Flowers is like fucking lifting opening weight what my max is, and this cat was like 400 pounds, dude, and I'm just like, motherfucker, man. Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But I mean, there's different, what I was going to get to was there's different ways to go to other schools. Like, because we live down the street here. So technically, my kid's a friendship kid, but he's always gone to LISD. So he went to Harwell, then he went to Hutch, and then from Hutch, he went to Estacado.
His report card goes to Cuevas.
Yeah, exactly. He lives at Cuevas Drive In. No, we had to petition UIL his freshman year because he was a varsity swimmer, and they were like, no, he can't be a varsity swimmer because his homeschool is Lubbock High. We're like, technically his homeschool's Friendship, but we transferred into the district, and they were like, no, because he was going to Hutch, he's supposed to go to Lubbock High. They were like, we don't know if they recruited him. We're like, yeah, they recruited him to go to Estacado to swim. He's the only swimmer, one swimmer.
Bro, are you serious?
Yeah, yeah, he's the only swimmer.
And how did that, like,
Well, so I mean, we had to prove that why he went to Estacado. We were like, he went to Estacado for the early college. You know, me and his mom went to Estacado. All of our family went to Estacado.
that is nuts.
And so everybody had to write a letter. We all wrote a letter, and then we had to pay UIL. We had to pay them $100 because they denied our first petition, and they're like, no, you can repetition, but it's $100. And then they were like, so we asked his coach, we're like, what do we do? His swim coach was like, well, I suggest everybody write a letter and saying why y'all are involved with Estacado. Because his grandpa, which he was our principal. So my wife's dad was the principal at Estacado. So
no, they didn't recruit us. No.
well, he was, so he's not anymore.
Okay,
so
my
he's retired since
That
then.
didn't go to help your
Yeah.
argument one fucking bit.
Yeah. So no, he's been retired for like 10 years or whatever. But yeah, I mean, so there's
He's at
different
the hearing
ways.
whistling.
There's different ways to get to different schools.
This episode is brought to you by RL Creations. Are you looking to turn your ideas into wearable art? Or maybe make a t-shirt into a one-of-a-kind, just like your personality? RL Creations is waiting to turn the blank canvas into your custom creations. Hit her up on Facebook at RL Creations or text her at 806-283-3056.
This episode is brought to you by Patriot Painting Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial painting and drywall. If you're looking for any job to be done for exterior, interior painting, let them know that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you. They can be reached at 806-544-7199. Once again, that number is 806-544-7199. And be sure to tell them that it's the JP Lopez Show sent you.
And we're back.
I feel like you look forward to that every fucking recording.
So my t-shirt, my new t-shirt, I'm juggling between read some books or and we're back.
Oh,
What do you think my t-shirt next t-shirt should be?
I think
Because the first one was
we're
Todo
back.
Horneado. That motherfucker, it sold a bunch. So if you listen to the old school shit,
yeah.
Luz, we fucking talked about Abner from Channel 11. He was out one night at Fox and Hound. This motherfucker was wasted, and some chick, man, was all on her shit. And my buddy who I worked with, I kept always ask him out, and he never would roll. Well, one night he fucking rolled, and he rolled the Fox and Hound, and he, you like your favorite coworker that you bullshit with. Well, this motherfucker did not disappoint when he first fucking came out with us. And he was like, "Watch Abner? Mira Abner? Mira Abner?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Mira Abner? Tato horneado Abner." And that episode was a big hit, and we started making shirts, to horneado, and it sold a bunch. So I was like, "All right, so the new show, whatever." I'm like, "Should my new shirt be read some books, or should it be fucking and we're back?"
I think and we're back because ever since you like moved over here and you started doing your own shit, that's been like a
Just a-
pinpoint.
yeah.
It's like been the big staple.
Yeah, I mean, either one is good, but and your back's pretty fucking funny every goddamn time. I mean, that and your intro. I mean, your intro fucking gets me every goddamn time, dude. Pull your tits out, or
I know, man. I
Like,
missed that intro,
yeah,
bro.
dude, it was so fucking good, dude. I was like, fuck.
I was just being inclusive. I wasn't being at all cancel culture, but
yeah,
just pull your pecker out.
Cancel culture's over.
yeah, that was good shit.
Yeah. So we didn't officially start the show, according to my wife. So we'll start the show now. So here we go.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
It's the JP Lopez Show.
Hey, welcome back. It's the JP Lopez show.
I thought you were just gonna add that in.
No, dude. So we'll fucking do it. Oh, dude. So fucking let's jump back into it, man. Do likes for you specifically, bro? Do likes fuck up your shit? Since you said it off air, like, social media has created the buzz for Cuevas Drive In. Do likes drive you at all or no?
If I said no, I'd be lying. On my business page. Now, my personal page, I mean, it's family, it's everybody,
Yeah.
close-knit.
I'm
So,
talking specifically business.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's crazy, man. Because like you said, you asked if I just took it over, but no, we just created a social media standpoint for it, and this last year has been tremendous for us. I mean, if we don't get like at least 10 to 15 shares, I'm like, have we lost it? You know what I mean?
What are we doing wrong, babe?
And that's crazy because that's just like on a regular post.
Yeah.
And if we do like a giveaway, if we do a chicken fry giveaway, dude, legit 250, 275 shares.
Bad to the bone.
Shares.
Hell yeah.
Shares, dog. And I'm like, there's no way. The first time we did it, I mean, because the notifications come through on my phone, and I tell you, like, I'm busy. I stay on my phone, and so I'm just like interrupted, and I'm swiping. I'm like, what is going on? And it's just constant share, comment, like,
Wow.
for 4 chicken fries.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, tag you. You say you got best friends, tag your 3 best friends, and you might get some chicken fry, and just
Wow.
for 4 chicken fried steaks. And it's crazy because people are like, I mean, somebody was like, I mean, everybody can make a chicken fry. Yeah, they can, but we stand on it, and it's made with love, and that's kind of the whole reason we hadn't grown. People are like, why don't y'all get a second restaurant? And we want to grow, we want to expand, but we want to make sure that the people that are in our building are going to love you and love your food as much as we do. We want to send everything out with love because that's what we like to do.
I'm not just saying this because you're here now. I'm not. Not one time have I gone to your restaurant and it disappointed. Not once.
I appreciate that.
Not once. And I've been I've been a many chicken fried Thursdays. Many, but not one time. So you say you cook with love, bro? That says it all because it for real. It's true because not one time has it disappointed.
And it's excitement for us. I mean, it was just me and my dad. And then we've grown to, 1 employee, 2 employees, 3 employees. I mean, on Thursdays, we got 6 or 7 people in there.
Damn.
And so we had I think, a surprise health inspection the other day, and we had a catering, and it was a chicken fry day. So there was like 10 or 11 people in there. And she was like, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because she came back last March, and it was just me and him. And, she was like, what's up? And I'm like, I mean, we got a catering, we got
That's
chicken fried day,
badass, bro.
and it's crazy because it was a surprise visit. We got a 98, and so the growth. I love to see the growth, and it's crazy because people are like, well, like when do you know it's happening? And it's kind of like it's happening now, but then with the likes and the shares and stuff, you're like, did we lose it? Is it going away? Like, what do I need to do?
What the fuck did we
What's
do?
wrong? Like, did I say something wrong on social media? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, but we like people, we love everybody, and we just want to feed everybody. And that's the goal eventually, is we want to find people, and we want to change everybody's life. I mean, if you eat our food, if you work for us, I mean, if you come across us, we want to be able to impact you any kind of way that we can. And if that's, working for us and changing your life, that's what we want to do ultimately, is like, we want to help people that have been where we've been, and we want to guide them in every aspect of their life.
Yeah. So let me tell you my Laker theory. You're a big, long-time fan of the Lakers, right? And then when they win a championship, you're like, we won, right?
Yeah.
So that's my theory on my friendship with all y'all. I can't tell you how proud I am of you specifically to see like a 1 p.m. post all sold out. Total sold out. And I'm just like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
And it's crazy because for a while there, it was like people were like, dude, what's going on? And we wouldn't. So everything that we get is fresh. Every food that we get that day is fresh. We get our burgers fresh. We get the carne asada fresh. We get our chicken fries. Anything that you eat comes in that morning. It's not from the day before.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's kind of where we switched a few things from when my dad's had it in the past, where he would order stuff and keep it. I'm like, dude, that's not it. Fresh is in right now. I mean, you go to Cane's and their whole thing is, when you order your chicken strips, we're gonna throw them in the fryer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we've kind of adapted to that aspect to, dude, you're gonna get it and it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be juicy.
Yeah.
And
I'm all for it, bro. Your success, I'll speak that into existence, but you guys are doing it. You guys are popping off. And I have my buddy San Juan, who is the owner-operator for Tigre Burrito. And people think so he's your sponsor, you can't give props to other food people or whatever. And he's all for it. Like, if I fucking recommended, that dude's there.
yeah.
And so,
And that's how we are too. Like,
Yeah.
anything and everything to do with food, we're there. I mean, and like I asked him earlier, I was like, because we've tried their food before, and my kids, dude, that's all they eat is grilled cheese. So anytime we see them around, we're there. We're getting it. The kids are eating it. And we support everybody.
There's so much success in this world for everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
And there's just no place in this world for a hater.
Yeah, exactly. There's the door.
Yeah. But I can't tell you enough how proud I am of you. Of like a 12:30 or a 1 p.m. post, we're sold out for the day, and I'm like, fuck yeah!
And we've gone for. I mean, and so we get our chicken fries by the 40, so it's 40 per case, and so we kind of like gauge it. Like if we're gonna do a giveaway, we're probably gonna order 200 chicken fries.
God,
But y'all are sold out on hamburger day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm talking like across the board. When you put sold out, I'm so happy and so proud of y'all, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because people are like, wait, so like you were talking about the bottle of gore earlier, and dude, we'll smoke like 20, 30 pounds of it, and I'm like, oh, this will be good for the week. Nope. And that's because we don't sell it by the pound.
Yeah.
People are like, let me get a pound. I'm like, nah, we'll only if we're open on a Saturday, then we'll do that then. But I mean, we don't even open on Saturdays because we do so many caterings, you know. And it's crazy because we'll cook for like 200, 300 people on a Saturday just for caterings, you know. And then to throw the restaurant in it, I'm like, we can't give those people the service that they deserve and cook for the 300 people, not with the little amount of people that we have right now.
Wow.
So like on y'all's restaurant, do y'all have like is it a full menu every day or is it like burgers on Mondays?
No,
chicken
so
fries.
burgers are every day. So burgers are every day because that's what built the business. And so, you know, we have burgers every day, burritos, breakfast burritos every day. And that's kind of another thing too, is like we're doing breakfast and then we're doing lunch. So the transition is crazy. But like it depends on how busy breakfast is. Because sometimes we won't even do like carne guisada burritos for lunch. People come in, they're like, let me get a carne guisada burrito. We're like, man, we're sold out. And we do hand rolled tortillas. And so they get mad, like, man, y'all don't have any burritos? We're like, we got carne guisada, but we don't have no burritos. Give me your hand. Give me a scoop.
Motherfucker.
I mean, and it's
you want to bitch about it.
and it just depends on the day. Because it's like, dude, some days we'll roll like 100, 120 tortillas. People are like, let me get a dozen. We're like, no, we're not doing that. We're not getting into that rabbit hole because it's just two of us who make tortillas. We're not doing that. I mean, if people are like, get a tortilla machine, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the same tortilla.
Fuck people, bro. Do what you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's not the same tortilla that your grandma made you when you were little.
Yeah.
That burrito, you know, you stay at your grandma's house on a Saturday. And
With the government butter.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't melt. That tortilla had to be like super hot.
Dude, my grandma will make my grandpa burritos. So we would stay over there at 4 a.m. She'd get up, make burritos.
Lonche, bro.
No, let me get a
Lonche.
Let me get a burrito, grandma. You know? And so
they don't make women like that no more, bro.
No. I'm rolling the tortillas for my wife. So
yeah, they don't make women like that no more. No lonche.
Yeah.
No more
like you said, it's our own take on it. And we get to do what we want with our restaurant. And that's kind of the beauty of it is, you know, if we sell out at 1 o'clock, we sell out. And it kind of gives you that, man, I should have gone. Or next week I'm going to be there. So Mondays, we got hamburger steak. Tuesdays, we do enchiladas as our special. Wednesdays, we do chicken strips. Or it's kind of like a chef special. We haven't done anything this year. But Wednesdays are our, you know, play with days. So we'll do barbecue. We'll do wings. I want to throw Italian on there. So we'll do a bunch of stuff that we have on the catering menu. We'll just rotate it on a Wednesday. It just depends. Like, man, this week I want to cook this.
Do you and your dad, do y'all butt heads?
Oh, we used to a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, man. So this isn't the first go around that I've, you know, helped him with the restaurant, but we're kind of the same. So like a long time ago, I would help him out and I'm like, you know what, man, this is yours. I'm going. I'll go do my own thing, you know? And like I said, I've come from the corporate world and, you know, I've ran businesses, you know, multi-million-dollar hotels and, you know, had 30, 40 people under my belt for, you know, management and stuff. And so when I go help him and like I'm doing all this, I'm like, man, I don't need this. you know what I mean? But we've kind of grown to know. We've grown to each other and figure out how each other works. You know, there's days that he's in a bad mood and I'm just like, I don't say anything, whatever. What he says goes in one ear out the other. And, you know, there's days that I'm in a bad mood and he didn't say anything to me, you know. But it's kind of different now where he's getting older.
Could you work with your dad? Like I know you work at the place with your dad, but could you work with your dad?
We have. We've
And y'all get-
worked together.
There'd be no way in shit I could work with my dad.
So
no way.
There's a yes and no to that.
Yeah.
Like, there's been times where, like, when we first started doing it, he would like, "Why are you doing it like that?" Or did you do this or that? And now we'll be working together and we don't even say a word to each other. Like, he's just over there, I'm over here.
Yeah.
And we kind of just do our own thing because it gets done. We're both efficient at
Yeah.
it. It's just we do things differently.
Because my dad is old school. And he will point out the shit that you're doing different from him. And I'm like, motherfucker, I don't care if I'm doing different from you. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking.
My dad does that.
What's crazy though is like me and my sister started working for my dad since we were like 13 years old. So he's always worked at a restaurant or he's worked at a catering company, right? And so during the summers, he'd be like, "Come on, let's go and get up. We're gonna get it ready to go to work at." So 3 a.m. We go to work at 3 a.m. to get food ready, breakfast ready at 6 to ship out, to wherever it needs to go. And then at 6 o'clock, we clean everything up. 6:30, we're cooking for lunch.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, and so it's kind of it's been a long road to get to, but
So, without telling my background, I can speak for my people and say like the city of Lubbock, like they fuck with y'all's drive-in. They know who y'all are. They know y'all like
yeah. You're talking about like as the community itself,
Yeah.
like the entire. I thought you were talking about like the actual city. So what grew the business is the city employees, and so I thought that's what you were getting to.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So a lot of
Yeah,
ci-
they
and that-
fuck with y'all heavily.
and that is our core clientele.
Yeah.
Is workers, and people are like, why don't you stay open later than 2 o'clock? Because those guys go home at 5 o'clock and they
Yeah.
go to their families and their wives are cooking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody that's working in that area, they don't pack. Their wives don't pack them lunch.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And so
They don't get lunch in.
Yeah, exactly. And so to them, it's like, bro, $10. I'll go get a lunch meal.
Yeah.
From them, I get an entire meal and I get a 12-ounce drink.
But it's crazy, like, cause you guys are like literally down the street from where I work. So when I go pick up lunch, all of a sudden when I'm on shift, everybody's like, "Hey, we getting Cuevas today?" Because they already know I fuck with y'all, right?
And it's crazy that you say that because there's a lot of people that do that. It's like, we got a lot of regulars that are like, "Hey, let me get, I got 6 orders of this, or
Yeah.
let me get 4 of this, 2 of this, 2 of this," and it all goes back to one office.
And so they already know when I'm working, they're like, "Hey, we're getting Cuevas today," because I'm working, and that's what my lunch is gonna be. But when I show up, when I order my lunch, and I show up and I see so many City of Lubbock trucks at your spot, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, fuck yeah.
It gets
Yeah.
crazy sometimes because we used to do $2 burritos.
Dude, y'all were doing dollar breakfast burritos
When
in
we
the morning
first-
on Tuesdays
Yeah.
and Fridays. Who the fuck does that with homemade tortillas?
When we opened,
Who
again,
does that?
my dad was like, "We got to do that so we can get the business back up and going." And I was like, "Man,
That just tells you how old a fan I am of your shit.
yeah, $1 burritos is crazy, man." Yep, yeah. I mean, this last go around, we did $2 burritos. I think a week ago, maybe, and dude, we did about 250, 300 tortillas, and by 9 a.m., we were sold out.
Yeah. Bro, like I'm speaking success over you and I speak your success into existence, man. You guys are great people. Every time I've dealt with your dad, I don't really know him, but he's been great people. Like he's always been like never an asshole, never been rude, always been friendly. And then knowing you, and I want to give you your flowers, bro, because I don't even know if you knew me at the time, but when I'm doing my backpack drive for the back to school drive, I noticed a big fucking donation, and I knew the name, and I just knew it was from y'all, and I just want to give y'all flowers, bro, because y'all fuck with me and I fuck with y'all.
We appreciate it, man, and that's a core thing in our business is giving back to our community. So anything that we can do, we will do, or if anything comes up, then we'll try to support anybody and everybody, like a bunch of local teams or like the posters and stuff like that. My dad has always made food on Christmas for anybody and everybody that needs a hot meal. Like, we kind of don't advertise it. It's just a bunch of people in the neighborhood that, like, hey, they know, and they'll just come and eat, you know?
That's badass, bro.
Yeah. We kind of don't want to do the, hey, look at us, we're feeding the homeless, or we're feeding this
That's
person.
that's not what it's for.
Nope, not at all. And so, and we'll never get to that point to where we want to shove a camera in somebody's face and be like, tell everybody where, you know, you got your free meal at.
Yeah.
Speak success over you, bro. Y'all guys are great people and y'all deserve it. Legit. Putting that out there.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Like, legit, like I said, I want to give you your flowers while you're here and speak to you in your face. Like, you guys are fucking awesome. And you guys are great for the community. Legit. Hands down. And so, Aaron, what are you doing? No, man, I'm bullshitting, man. But do likes fuck with you, or you don't give a fuck?
I mean, yeah, it fucks with us, but we're not open every day. So, I mean, the likes really help us out to get the word out of when we're open.
But it's not a dopamine that you got to check and see, like, what your post.
No, I mean, at first it was, when we first were around, like, I was so into, like, how many people are viewing our posts, how many of this, you know, and we were getting, 2,000-3,000 views on a post, and I'm like, oh, we're doing good. But now, we don't think like that, like we're only open a certain amount of days. My job is just whenever I can get open, we're open. We try to hit all the major, food truck events that there is. But other than that, I mean, the likes are just, the likes to me are knowing that people still want our food. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the reason why I look at the likes, and same thing with her, we'll see how many, people shared it or how many people liked it, just because I still want that interest of, we're putting out good product to bring people back, and we get messages all the time of, why are you not open this day? Or, why are you not only open once a week? Or, like I think December, we were only open 3 times. But it's not because it's my everyday job, if we could do it, we could do it. If we can't, something comes up, then we just can't, so that's just the way we are with the likes, but I like the feeling of getting the likes, because I know people still want it,
But also the buzz around you guys is not diminished, because every fucking Friday art trail, you better get to your trailer early, because it's a long fucking line. Even on the first Friday, I mean the midnight cravings. Like, if you don't get there early, like, man, your line is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, that's what we like to see. I mean, not that I want everybody to do good. I want all my food truck people to do good. I mean, because like you said, there's enough food for everybody to eat. But not knowing you. When I first, not knowing you when we first started talking,
it was crazy, because I never thought that you would be the person to spit out props for everybody. You were just like, oh, so-and-so food truck helped me, and this, blah, blah, blah. And we got the ends on here because so-and-so, and they showed us love. And to me, that's what it's all about. Is helping each other succeed, not hoarding the information and oh, it's only for me to. So when you were telling me that, I was like, this dude's a good fucking person. This is a bad motherfucker. And which is why I continue to fuck with you, because you showed props to people that helped you. And then, you're not opposed to helping any motherfuckers coming up.
No. I mean, anytime that I see a new food truck or whatever, I introduce myself to them. I mean, if they'll ask us, we get private messages from other people that say, how do I get into this spot? How do I get there? As soon as we get a, First Friday Art Trail at 2 Docks, there's an email that goes out, and there's an email that goes out to normally the people that normally get there, and I'll send that email to them. I was like, look, hey, the door's open. Come in, get in if you can. Because it's a first come, first serve basis there at 2 Docks. They have so many spots, but once they fill up, that's it. But I'll pass the information on to anybody. I mean, I'll, if anybody asks me how did you get started, what did you do, who do I talk to get into this event, that event, this event, like I'm more than happy to pass the knowledge to somebody else to get started, because that's what they did for me.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just my obligation to hand it back, because if the doors weren't open for me, for somebody to be like, hey, come in and do this, or hey, there's this place open. I mean, they're looking for trucks. Like, hey, put your name in there. Then the doors wouldn't have been open.
But that's beautiful, bro, because not a lot of people are like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know that. People are like, fuck them. It's all about me.
Yeah.
That type of shit. And what I loved and hate was when you were like, nah, dude, like, your money's no good here. I was like, bro, you're my boy. I gotta pay for this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to pay for this.
Yeah.
Like, this is your business. You're like, nah, dude.
No.
And I'm just like, nah, man. Like, I'm your boy. Like, I gotta pay for this.
Yeah,
like,
but to me, like the support. I mean, that's why I support your show. I share it as much as I can. I tell people to like, follow, share, because to me, showing that love means more than your dollar to me. You know what I mean? Like, you showing up in line is more than what your dollar's worth to buy that sandwich, because you're showing other people, I fuck with this guy, I fuck with his food, he's a good guy, and other people see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need you to make a post about it. I don't have to have you, but just your presence alone means more to me than your dollar to me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why, I mean, like, when people show me love, like, they really don't understand how much it means to me and her to see our friends there, or anybody that we fuck with, anybody that we know. Like, we go to baseball games with my son, somebody will see our shirt, or somebody will hear us talking about it, and then they'll go try it, and we'll see them in line. And it's like, dude, like, that's just, to me, that's just nothing but love,
Yeah. It's all love, bro, but you fucking put out a great product.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys are putting out shit and I'm just like, you're my friend. Like, we got to try this shit. Like, you guys are putting out a great product. So, number one, your food brings me out there. But number two, you're my boy. So, I'm like, I got to pay for this shit. You're like, nah. And then we argue. I'm like, no, bitch, fucking charge me. Like,
I'll put it in the tip cup. I'm like, nah, you ain't putting nothing in there. So, but yeah, I mean, we try, like, I mean, we don't have, of course, we don't have a full menu like him. We have a smaller menu that's a little bit more easier for us to point and really try to succeed to put out the best product that we can. And I mean, that's what we try to do. I mean, there is every sandwich cooked right. I mean, some might be a little darker than others, like shit happens, I try not to put out them products, but sometimes there's a line that, we're trying to do the best that we can. Sometimes the wait's a little longer, sometimes, this and that, but, we try to do the best that we can to put out a good product to have people enjoy and come back,
Bro, so I know that you guys created the pun sandwich for the Pundeos, but that's my all-time favorite sandwich.
Yeah. And I mean, that's really one of our top two sellers are the pun. I mean, it took a little bit for it to take off, and it's been on the menu, and now it's our number one, number two seller. That and our Texas Twinkie with our jalapeno, cream cheese, bacon, and brisket on it is that. And we won best sandwich in Lubbock with that a couple years ago when we had a food truck competition. We won best sandwich in Lubbock with that grilled cheese, and that and the pun is like, one day it's this, one day it's that, one day it's this. It's just back and forth.
Yeah, that's by far the best fucking sandwich.
Yeah, it's really good.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
And that jalapeno popcorn's a bad motherfucker too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that you've already answered this, bro. But does likes fucking drive you in any fucking way?
Not really. Like I said, I don't
like I
don't
said,
fucking
I
look at it. I
really
don't run it. I don't
Yeah.
really pay attention to it. But I will say, like on my personal Instagram page, I have like 900 to 1,000 followers, and like our social media for our podcast, it's not anywhere near that.
Yeah.
And I share it all the time, and so sometimes that'll fuck with me where I'm like, my friends that I have throughout my life, like they don't fucking go follow it, which it's not that big of a deal. But what really like hits me in the heart is like stuff like he said, he was like asking like, oh, that song you played in the middle. Like if people were to just message me and say, hey, what was that song called? As much as I could just say, well, that song is this by this person, I could definitely do that better. But just knowing that people are listening and so in tune that it affects their life in a small way
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
listen to new music. Like you were telling me, y'all started listening to White Floors just because I played a song.
Yeah.
That shit like puts my spirit to the fucking roof.
Yeah, because people are listening.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Not just listening, I'm being heard. Is
yeah,
more
exactly.
so.
Yeah. So I'll tell you this, man. So my bourbon IG account, right? So right before it turned to reels, like when it was photography, like right before, I was getting hit up by bourbon companies. I was getting hit up by like fucking wine glass makers, and they were just like, "Hey, man, we want to send you whatever. Here's our catalog, like whatever you want, but just post our picture on your story." And I just got a little taste of that, and then Instagram turned to fucking reels,
Right.
and I didn't know anything other than photography because I'm a photographer. So that changed, but I'm telling you all this because I would look at, like, you know, you could check the insight. So my picture would be like, and I'm not lying to you, man, like this, my stories, like famous people would watch my stories, and I would trip out because I'd show her. I would be like, look, Seal, the fucking singer Seal would look at my stories or just random shit, and I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I'd have like fucking 500, 600 views on my story, and it was just a picture of a fucking bourbon, like whatever. And I'm telling you all this shit because I'm looking at the story, and it said like it engaged 16,000 accounts, and it had 30 likes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck did 16,000 people see this post and I have 30 fucking likes? So I was just like, likes don't fucking matter. This is bullshit.
No, I think that people get caught up in like the moment. They're like, man, that's badass. And then they swipe.
Yeah.
Because I do that. Because I'm like, it's the algorithm. I'm like, man, I really like that. And then I got to know if I like that and I want to see something like that, I have to like it, you know? But I think that we're so caught up in it's easily accessible that we're like, on to the next, to let those dopamines come out. And you're like, let me see what's next. I want to see what's going on. And I think people like it. And it's also how long you stay on it. You know, the algorithm's like however long you watch something or a certain thing. Because there's some stuff I'm like, that's dumb. And I'm like, oh, I don't like it. But then I go to the next. You know what I mean?
So, okay, so even more fuel to what I'm saying is, okay, so I just today posted a video of her, just a random behind the scenes bullshit. It's like 15 seconds, bro. And it shows total played is 47 minutes. My total video is 15 seconds, but the total watched is 47 minutes.
That's crazy.
And there's 15 likes on it.
Damn.
So like 47 minutes, I don't even know how many plays that is, but it's a lot if it's a 15-second video and there's only fucking 17 likes on it. Like, so likes to me are nothing.
Yeah.
Like it used to be the driver.
Before
and then
the algorithm.
when I saw all that shit, I was just like, you're right. Like no one cares to like it. Like the people think like, oh, that is badass, and then
I think I
swipe.
saw the video, but I don't know. Was it on the story? Or was it like regular?
I saw. I'm guilty. I saw the video.
I saw the
and
story, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
No, but
Not that I don't like you.
But I'm not talking shit. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is like it's a 15-second video, and when I looked at like 7 o'clock we started at 7. So when I looked at like 5 o'clock, it said it was 47 minutes.
That's crazy.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of plays.
That's a lot of plays.
You
That's
got
a
my
lot of
15
plays.
seconds.
Yeah.
You got his 15
Yeah.
seconds.
So I was just like, I get it, but now old me would have been like, man, I need to drive these likes up. But now that I know the shit, like people don't like it. It's like you said, like next.
Well, see, I could take account for that because like some of our posts back in the day, we would get, like you said, 100 shares, 50 shares, 30 shares, right? Well, now we get 10 likes, maybe 10 or 12 shares, but then we sell out. our lines out the door. You know what I mean? So that means that people are paying attention, but they're not hitting the like button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the likes really probably don't mean nothing because we still open the door and we still got 30 people deep line. So people are knowing that we're opening. They're seeing the post. They're seeing the view. But it's like you said, they're not pushing that button because it's like, okay, they're open at 9. Boom. Let's go to the next. You know, they're so ready to keep swiping and keep going to the next thing that,
Yeah, you're right.
you know.
So that just tells me that, I mean, going back to it, like, it's what you say. Next. Oh, shit, that's cool. Next. And I'm guilty of it, too. I see badass shit, and I don't hit like. I'm just like, oh, that's badass. And
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really think that the people that really fuck with you are the same people hitting likes on every one of your posts.
I'm about to
And I
start
should-
liking
and-
everything.
Yeah. And shout out
I'm
to
going
them.
home. I'm matter of fact, I'm start liking it now.
And shout out to them, like legit, like my 18 likes on every post. It's probably the same fucking 18 people, like legit.
Yeah.
But, and I'm not talking shit. Like I appreciate them, but I understand that I'm guilty of it too. I see badass shit and I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that because I'll see badass shit and I want to show my friends. I'm like, I had to have liked it, and I pull it up and I'm like, fuck, I guess I didn't like it.
Yep.
I can't show it to you because I didn't like it. Yeah.
Wait, so you can see something that you liked?
Yeah, because you can go to your likes to like.
See, no, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's too much for me. See, if I was like, if I knew what you knew, I would probably be in a deeper rabbit hole. But for me, it's just the likes and the shares. And if I know, like, Facebook sends me the insight, and I'm like, I don't understand it. To the left.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing because that's why I don't look at it is because the insights, like I have a firm belief that there's such thing as knowing too much. And if I don't know, there's no harm. So then I don't have to worry about over stressing or anything like that. Just don't think about it. Don't look at it and you're fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It does make sense. Because it definitely takes some stress off you.
But not too many people are like you though.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. I'm very
A
aware.
lot of motherfuckers want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not. I'd
and I'm
rather
that
not.
person. I want to know.
I'd
And
rather
it
not know.
Fucks me. It fucks me bad. Like I don't understand how. I don't like. So this podcast gets like streams and downloads, right? So I don't understand how I have like thousands of streams, right? And then hundreds of downloads, right? I'm just like, why don't it all count as one?
Just one.
Like, just count as one.
Right.
So, but if you're not subscribed, it's not considered a download, right?
No, like, even if you are subscribed, you can stream this podcast. But if you stream it, it doesn't count as a download because you didn't download it.
But like, you got to download it to your phone.
You have to download it.
I don't
for
have
it to
memory
count.
for that.
Exactly. Like exactly. So, and a download, I have no idea how it works.
But how do you get paid?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all numbers.
That's way above my fucking download subscribe.
So the way the downloads happen is like, for like me, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm driving for
Yeah.
work. What it is like, say I am listening to your show, and then I have to take my AirPods out because, I don't know, say I have to talk to someone or their AirPods die, whatever. If you pause it, it finishes the stream out because you can't stream it unless it's like the Wi-Fi has it like queued up. That's where you get buffers. And so when you stream it long enough to like basically download it for you to hear it without any buffering,
Yeah.
like the connections there, that's where you get the downloads.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
But
Because
if you listen it in one take, it's just a stream.
yeah, so I look at like my Apple and my Spotify numbers, and the streams are like fucking high.
Yeah.
But then the downloads is like in the hundreds.
I want to say you probably have to finish it as well. That might be a big
Yeah.
contribution of it. Because there's times where an episode will end and it'll say like 1 minute left, and then I never let the 1 minute play out. I'm not 100% sure that
Yeah.
it would just make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sitting here bullshitting or,
Right.
or not bullshitting, but like talking shit.
Right.
Obviously, this is therapy. I've already told you, like,
Sure.
I'll do this if no one listened to it.
Right.
But it's just crazy to me how like the people are listening, but they ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, man.
That's crazy to me.
No, I get it 100%.
And I'm like, all right, like I see the streams numbers, and it's like 3 times the number of the download, and I'm like, that's crazy,
Yeah.
but whatever, you know.
Fuck
I don't know how mine works because whenever I have, like, I'm subscribed to all of y'all's, right? Well, my memory's filled up because of all of y'all's podcasts, and they're all downloaded on mine.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works because I mean maybe because I listened through them all. I don't know how it works, but
So I guess
all of y'all's are downloaded
what
on there.
Justice is saying, like, if you're in the office or whatever and you're on Wi-Fi and you just hit play, that's a stream, and it's not actual download, as opposed to where you just hit download or.
Yeah, like it pretty much downloads it so you can finish listening to it.
But it just sucks that only downloads count rather than streams.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Y'all are the podcast guys, so
Yeah,
I don't know how.
If the podcast guys where one doesn't know and the other just doesn't give two shits.
So before we leave, man, I want to ask both of y'all fuckers, and I think y'all kind of already like sprinkled on it, but owning a business, right? So, I'm fortunate enough to know Luz and not Cuevas Drive In, right? Are you like selective in the shit that you post because you are Cuevas Drive In
On my
or
personal page?
On your personal page.
Yeah, I mean, but that also goes to, well, yes. So there's no yes and no. So yes, because at any point in time, you can lose your business off of anything you say now on social media. It's crazy that, you know, you asked that because yesterday I was just scrolling on Facebook and it was like Lubbock recommends whatever page or, you know, Lubbock garage sale or what have you. And they were just talking about somebody that has a local business. This person said this on social media. Don't follow them. Don't use their business. This is their business name. This is what they said. I mean, they had the screenshots, and it was like a joke. And people were like, yeah, no, I'm not going to follow that page. I'm glad you said something.
Wow.
And it was like an eyelash tech nail person, you know? And it's crazy because...
Because of what she said or something?
Yeah, it was like a joke, but it was like an asshole joke. But,
Yeah.
I mean, between guys, you can say, you know, whatever, but it was a lady, and she posted it on Facebook, and
Wow.
so people were... I mean, it was a bunch of ladies commenting. I went and read it just because, like you said, it's the likes, it's the social media, it's the business aspect of it. I mean, jokingly, yeah, we can say what we want within our friends and families, but as soon as you get on social media and you have a business, it's a whole nother beast.
It's a whole different beast, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's your livelihood. Well, it's my livelihood. You know, I used to have a job, but now that is my job. You know, I worked somewhere else and I did it on the side, but this is how I feed my kids. This is how, you know, I pay my bills. This is how I pay for all my cars. It sucks.
It sucks.
It sucks to an extent. I mean, because I guess it just depends on how big of an asshole you are. Like, you know, I like all kinds of people. You know, one point in time, somebody was like, well, you know, were they this color or that color? And I'm like, I don't see color, man. Like, I just see everybody. You know,
exactly.
I see every person, every ethnicity. You know, we treat them all the same. It's not until you're an asshole to me that I'll be an asshole to you.
I match your energy.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker. I'll match your energy.
Yeah. Exactly. And so it's kind of, I mean, like, don't disrespect me, don't disrespect my family, and you won't be disrespected.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, social media, and it'll make or break you, in my opinion.
I'll ask you, like, are you selective or?
Oh, big time. I got a lot of friends that talk a lot of shit, and I'll have to delete their post off of my page after they tag me or untag myself or do something because I don't want that smoke to come back and bite us. You know what I mean? It might be a tag that he posted about me just talking shit about something, and I'm like, people will see that as the wrong way, you know, and associate my name because I mean, I think people look at our personal page to follow our business page, so we're linked up to that. So if they see us tagged in it, they're like, oh, these are the owners of Bub and Breeze or whatever. So like anything that he puts, like, you know, my friends post up about us, I'll look at her like, no, we gotta take that off. Like I can't comment back, I can't say nothing, even though I want to, because you know I know how guys are, I know how my friends joke around. You know, we all talk shit to each other, but I just can't put that on the social media life. You know, just because I don't want to offend somebody, just because I play around that way, or you know what I'm saying. I don't want nothing like that to come.
I'm with you, bro. Like, totally. I get. I don't know how to put this into words without sounding like an asshole, but I wish I can be my full self on social media and not get a strike against me or whatever. But it's just jokes. It's just. Do you give a fuck? Are you selective in the shit that you post?
Well, like I said, I really don't post a whole lot, but I mean, like, I post a podcast weekly where I say what I want, but like, I don't think about it because one of the things my main focus is I'm gonna be the most true, authentic version of myself, and if you don't like it, fuck off. I genuinely do not care because I know I'm not racist. I know I'm not sexist. Like, I'm not any of those things. Like, one of my favorite things to talk about on my show is conspiracy theories. Like with my buddies, that's what we talk about. That's why I get along with Flam so well. And like my biggest one that I've gotten into is fucking Hitler. So I make a lot of Hitler jokes. I don't care. Like if you don't like it, then don't listen.
Yeah.
But that's just my take. And for a business standpoint, it's completely different. It's 100% different. Now, if my bosses were to hear my podcast, they might ask a few questions, but like that's my free speech. That's my mind.
Yeah,
this
like
is
he's
my
not
outlet.
recording it at work.
That's
Right.
what my thing is like I have a buddy who's so far left, right? I'm a conservative, but I'm not like far right. I understand. So you are my good buddy, and your beliefs are far left. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit about your beliefs. You're far left. I don't give a fuck, but you're a good buddy to me. I'm a good buddy to you, right? So I'm telling you that because I wish I could post my far right towards. I'm not far right, but I'm just saying like my conservative type of post, and then not get fired or just get like, hey, let me call you into HR for this post. What the fuck did you? You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question though? Because I don't know why it made me think of this, but so say like that was out of the picture. Like you weren't gonna get fired, you weren't gonna get called into HR. If you were to be able to post something like that on your beliefs, on social media, on your platform, would you be able to take yourself back to say that thing, and then when people were replying, do you have it in you to not say anything, or would you have to like feel like you had to have a response?
No, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Okay,
because I would post my shit, and if it made you upset or any type of way, I don't give a fuck.
So
does that answer?
Yeah, because like the way in my head I was hearing it is if you were to post something like that, and then like your far left friends were to reply to it, there would just be like a feed in the replies of y'all going back and forth.
So it's just one buddy that's real far left, right? But what
I
I'm
was
saying,
just going
like
on
to
an
answer your
example.
question, right? It's just one buddy that's real far left, right? But he posts the most outrageous shit because he's so far left, right? But that's okay because it's okay.
Sure.
But me being conservative, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Right? So if I were to like rebuttal his shit and it's just me and him, like we're buddies.
Right.
But if I were to post that, people would be like,
Right.
oh my God. You know what I mean? And then it'd be like HR fucking
Yeah, I
calling
gotcha.
me in because, hey, you're with our company. And
I got you.
That type of shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was just curious because I know a lot of people who, instead of it being that, their concern is having to fight the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Which for me, like if I was to post something, I have 100% capability to not reply to anyone.
And I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Yeah.
If you want to battle me through Facebook or whatever social media, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like I already know I'll beat you the fuck up. Like, let's meet up. I'll fucking knock you out.
So
Yeah.
for y'all on y'all's business, like there's obviously like Yelp and Google reviews. Do y'all reply to those? or do y'all just like leave them at the reviews?
No, I mean,
Do y'all have any bad?
We
Yeah,
don't. We
I
don't get
have-
many.
I've had one. We've had one bad review, I think.
Yeah, but it was like a bot or something. Because then you gotta look at the profile.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. It
Yeah,
was
the
like-
robots.
Yeah, it was like
We had one of those.
It
I
was
reported
somebody
it.
Who was just hiding behind it. I was like, wow, that's stupid.
Yeah, so
because I want to ask, like, that's funny. That's great. That's great that you asked that because I want to ask, like, people were like, the tortillas are not warm, and then you know what I mean. Like,
Fuck 'em.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
No, like if anybody has an issue, like they'll call, you know, and it's far and few between. But we're not big enough to do the Google or the Yelp yet. But when I ran a restaurant, you know, we were, and the owner was big on the Google review and stuff. And so, I mean, we were bringing in $70K a week. So,
oh shit.
God damn.
yeah. I mean, the restaurant was.
Yeah.
So, shit, I wish I was. But, I mean, that's the goal, to get to that. And then, you know, when I get to that point, you know, I know how to handle it because I've been in the corporate world and I've done that. And so, yeah, but we're not there yet. I mean, our people are still small, local, you know. They got an issue, they tell us and we fix it.
Yeah, ours is pretty much Facebook reviews. We have like our our Square machine. You could go in there and after you service them, you could type in a review or comment. Usually them are the only ones. We haven't really, like you said, we're not on Google or Yelp, but we're not open enough to get to that point. But I mean, if we do have a problem with somebody or somebody, we'll message them or if somebody was waiting in line too long or we lost a ticket or, I mean, it's happened to us like twice, I think, where a ticket fell and we didn't see it. But that's why, like, we have our pagers, right? So the way my wife does the tickets is we have our tickets, we have our pagers that we mark out and we do it in a row. So when we get to there and there's a pager missing, we're like, that ticket's messed up somewhere. Something happened, so we'll page that person and be like, hey, what was your order? The ticket, we lost it or something, and try to get it out. Right.
Dude,
then and
that's
there. You know what I'm
badass,
saying?
bro.
So she's the one who started that, and because before we would do, if I ran the window, I'll give pager 1, pager 16. I wouldn't give a damn. I'll just grab a pager and send it out. And she was like, no, we have to stay in order because if an order comes up and this pager was number 7 and the next one's number 9, well, now number 8's
She's
missing.
like, motherfucker, you just cook.
So now that's exactly what I do. I was on the grill, okay?
Just
whatever.
cook. I got
You
it.
know what's a
bitch.
I'm
good-
the one that has to like look at the faces. Like he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, it's stressful. I'm here making sandwiches. Like, but you're not seeing everybody's face. Like, hurry the fuck up. Like, I want my sandwich. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I totally understand. I want to get your sandwich as fast as I can, but it's not pumping them out fast enough, or whatever.
You
So-
just
get
cook.
stressed.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I get stressed out. Like you don't understand. There's times that we're doing. We had a catering job that we had to pump out 200 sandwiches in like an hour and a half, and I mean I'm the only cook, so I'm having to pump them out. I could do if I have my grills running right without them being too hot or too cold. We could pump out 8, 10, about 12. I could pump out 8 sandwiches every 4 minutes. And then if we have our side griddle going, that's another 6 sandwiches every 8 minutes on that side. So we could do like 20-something sandwiches every 8 minutes.
8
or so.
minutes.
Yeah.
But that's good.
I know, but sometimes it's not fast enough
Yeah,
because there's people. I mean, like you said, we open that door, there's 30 people deep, and it's like the first person comes in and orders 5 sandwiches. Well, my griddle holds 8. That's 3/4 of my thing. The next person comes in, orders 6. The next person orders 4, and I'm like, that's already backed up.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I'm already thinking, I'm already backed up. Like I got to keep going. So I'm constantly like, I set them up to be in a rotation, right? So I start my sandwiches off from left to right. So I know by the time I set all these up, these first ones should be coming off.
I know you're speaking struggles right now. I know you are, but that's success to me.
Oh, it's hard though.
You know what I mean? I
it's-
get it, but that's success to me, man.
Yeah.
Because not very many people are gonna fuck with you, and the people that fuck with you.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know, like, I don't want you to sell yourself short. People fuck with you because your shit's good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just stressful. I mean, for him to do a restaurant and catering on top, I mean, If I have a catering job, because I mean, there's still people that reach out to us to do our catering barbecue, right? So I still do that on the side every now and then. We got a catering job this Saturday to do for barbecue still. But if I'm doing that, food truck's not open. Like, I'm going to do the catering or I'm going to do the food truck. Like, we have a food truck event Friday night, and that's already stressing me out thinking about my barbecue for Saturday. Because, like you said, it's a 12 to 14 hour cook.
Yeah.
So our food truck event is at 9 o'clock at night.
Your son needs to hurry up and grow.
And I'm like, oh my God. I told Joanna, I was like, I was like, dude, how are we gonna do that? Like I'm already stressed out because I'm thinking about I gotta have the brisket on at this time. We're gonna be at this event. I gotta make sure that this is done because we're doing brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and Texas Twinkies for Saturday. And then she's doing chado beans, mac and cheese, potato salad. And we got to provide pickles, that, and then I got to take all my catering equipment.
But you know what? That money's excellent.
I know, but it's stressful. It's very stressful.
Putting food in them kids' stomach, that's excellent.
Yeah. So it's
fuck yeah, bro.
It's cool.
You know what? We're having fun. Like, I get it. You're talking about your struggles, and I get it. But I want to speak success, and I want to speak greater fucking success over both of y'all, man. Like, y'all guys deserve it. Legit.
Well, we appreciate
and
that.
that's
man.
not because y'all are here right now and y'all are in my face. Like, I fuck with y'all fuck with me, but you guys fucking deserve all the success that y'all got.
Yeah.
Legit, man.
Cool, man. I appreciate that. We definitely appreciate all the love and support that you give us, all the shout outs that you give us without being a sponsor. You know, like I said, it doesn't matter if you shout me out or not. I fuck with your podcast. I fuck with everything that you do. Your presence in my line, you sending people, San Juan, I see in my line, Thomas, whoever's in my line that I see that you send my way. Oh, dude, it's a blessing because I know that your word is reaching other people, you know? And I wish everybody would tell me just to get a logistics of who's coming in. Like, oh, I heard you from the JP. I heard you from that, you know? Like, I wish there was something that I could put up on my window or a sign, like, you know, to, like, just show your love to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I really do. But I don't push y'all. Luz, I don't know if you've ever heard the podcast that I had the guys from the goddamn, I just went blank. Fuck. I just went blank. Sorry, I can't. Anyways, I had a whole episode talking about you guys. One for the Road. Fuck. One for the Road podcast. I had them as guests on, and they're all truck drivers, right? And the whole episode just so happened to talk about Cuevas Drive In. Like, they were all truck drivers, and they were like, yeah, I fuck with them. And I was like, they're fucking good. They're fucking... And it was a whole fucking episode of talking just how great y'all are. And I don't know even know if you've even heard it or even know that. But that being said, bro, like, I'm not putting this shit out here because I want reciprocation from both of y'all to, like, hey, show me love. I fuck with y'all because y'all fucking put out good shit. Mm-hmm. Legit. Like, even... not knowing you, never even meeting you, and you were like, hey, bro, here's a free sandwich because I fuck with you. And I'm like, no. And it was a Midnight Cravings, and then that was just a fucking handshake to a fucking great fucking future and a great friendship. But I'm like, no, bro, like, no. And you're like, no, dude, like, you fuck with us and you promote us. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like,
yeah.
I speak nothing but success over both of y'all fuckers, man. And Justice, man, I'm not excluding you because you don't have a fucking business. But,
I've heard it a lot from you, so I'm just chilling, dude.
But not only that, like, you fucking heard it from him. Like, this dude fucks with you. I'm so happy and so proud that a lot of people fuck with you.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
and I hope your numbers fucking reciprocate all that you deserve, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. We just hit half a year of doing this, so it's been cool. Yeah, I mean, it's new still, but I'm having fun. That's all that I can say, really.
Your podcast, like, legit has turned my thought process into understanding my son more, and I'll never ever Like, I don't know how to even put it into words, but I'll never forget you because of that.
Thank you. That means
Yeah.
a lot.
Because my son is your same age, and I really thought he's a pussy. I did. God, this boy's a pussy, man. And then hearing the shit that you put out there and the shit that you gone through, and I'm just like, man, this kid ain't a pussy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I need to understand his struggle. And then once I did understand his struggle, I can't lie to you, bro. Our relationship has fucking been the best it's ever been.
It's good.
But that's all because of you, because you've changed my mindset.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all me. Like you.
No,
had
it
to,
is. It is because of you.
No, you
because
had to filter the information properly for you to build that relationship.
Yeah.
I was just up there shooting the shit and speaking my mind, and you took that info where you needed
But the
to.
information that you put out there made me understand him into thinking, wait, I
Yeah.
got this all wrong. He's
Yeah.
not a pussy.
It's just different.
He's stronger than I
different
fucking
times.
ever thought he was.
Yeah. Everyone just grows up different. That's all that it is. And
Yeah.
Just-
These new kids are different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my kid's completely different than me. Like I mean I'm different than my dad. Like my dad was never like into sports, and that's all I did was sports. And I only did sports because that's what they wanted me to do. Well, what I thought they wanted me to do. And so like my kid's he's like in theater and shit. You know, I would have never gone to theater shit. And now I take him to New York to go to
Exactly, bro.
Broadway shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's different. I mean, it's just how you adapt. You know what I mean? And it's like, I mean, my dad would have never done that for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for my kids because I want him to be successful.
You said it, bro. Our dads would have never
Yeah.
they ain't doing that fucking dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and I say that. I say that, but like he said, you know, my dad was my coach, my baseball coach, and so you know, I did all sports because my dad was a coach or because my mom wanted me to do it, and so.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell Justice about his podcast is like none of that trauma has really affected me, but seeing it from his view and the more shows I listen to of his, you know, I'm not caught up to every show of his. I hear all the new ones coming out now, but then I go back and listen to some of the ones I missed before. But just seeing his view and take about mental health, to me, it was never an issue, right? Like, so like my kids and stuff, they're not the same way I was built. They don't do the stuff the same way I did. They don't handle the pressure the same way I did. They don't want to do the same stuff I did. And like listening to his show, I'm starting to realize that's not the way it has to be. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like his thing, and the more shows I listen to, the more I open up to think of how I could reach out to my kids in a different way.
is that not beautiful?
Oh, it is.
It's
It
like
is.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's because this fucker.
Yeah.
Like we gotta thank him for that.
Exactly, and it's crazy, man, because mental health was never like her little niece went through anxiety and stuff like that, and I'm like, bro, that's fake stuff. Like it's because you're letting it mess your mind up, you know, like you're letting it do this to you and do that to you. Like all that could be overcome if you just think different. And hearing his podcast and hearing the way he talks about it and hearing, you know, the struggles that he went through, his friends went through and stuff that they went through, it's like there is a problem. You know what I mean? And to me, it's never been a problem. So I've never felt like there was a real problem. But seeing it his view, it's like maybe my son is interpreting this a different way than I did. You know what I mean? Like maybe I can't come at to him hardcore the way I was taught, the way I was coached, the way I was being whatever. Like you're doing this or you're a puss. You know what I mean? Like you're playing this sport, you're doing this thing, you're not gonna cry about it. Like kids nowadays cannot be taught like that. You know, and it's not mean that he's a puss, and not that my son's a puss. It's just there's a different curve of how they're learning compared to the way we were.
It's just crazy. It's crazy because I never understood my son as much as I do now because of this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it's cool for me too, because I'll give an example of kind of with my dad where he's grown a lot. And I'm saying this because a lot of times he'll hear me talk and he thinks I'm just talking shit about him, and I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. So I'm going to give him some kudos while we're here.
Yeah.
But on what you are saying, he's come a long way to kind of understand me and like my generation and younger kids. But it was just a simple interaction between us two where I was changing my truck tire. I had a flat, and he was helping me because I have a lifted truck, so there's a little bit more entailed with it. And he was helping me. Well, I'm ambidextrous, so I'm not right-handed like he is. And my whole life, I got yelled at because I wasn't holding the tools right, or I wasn't holding the fucking flashlight the right way. Like the
That
stereo,
goes without being said,
right?
bro.
The stereotypical shit. But I was changing this tire, and this was a couple years ago. Like I said, I'm ambidextrous, so a lot
you're
of
not
things.
gay?
Yeah, not that I know of. No, but I was.
Not yet.
I do a lot of things left-handed, where it's just natural.
But are you left-handed?
Well, like I do both. Like I can do
But
things.
do you write left-handed?
I can write with both hands.
Oh shit!
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So
Anyway, I'll shut the fuck up. Sorry.
But I was taking out all the bolts, but I was doing it left-handed, and his initial reaction was like, "Why are you fucking doing it like that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And then he started talking, but he stopped himself. He goes, "Oh, I forgot you're left-handed." And it's small and stupid, but that for me that was like growth for him to not just fucking yell at me. And it's simple.
flashlight right, puto.
That it's simple and it may sound cliche and dumb, but for me, it was a lot of growth from where when I was younger, it would have just been like instant fucking lash out, like you're fucking wrong, I'm right, do it my way. But he was like, no, he's doing it. It's just not doing it the way that I would be doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my kudos. But just to kind of mesh it. It's just different. People do things differently, and people go through things differently. That's the biggest thing. Not everyone reacts to situations or emotions the same.
Yeah. It's crazy that you say that because I come from a hard-nosed pops, right? And then I'm like, I don't want to take that approach to my son. I don't want to be that fucking asshole. And then I turn into that asshole.
It's what you're cut like you were
It's
born
genetics.
from.
It's genetics.
Yeah.
It's the
And-
cloth you're cut from.
And,
Yeah.
and
It is.
but as I turn into a young adult, I realized my dad wasn't being an asshole. He was just preparing me to
For the
fucking-
world.
For the world.
Yeah.
And he wasn't an asshole. He was just preparing me. So then I'm like, okay, maybe that has happened to my son. Maybe he's understood. I don't know if it's happened to him, but maybe he's understood. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't being an asshole, but I was an asshole to him. I
Yeah.
really was.
You know what's crazy is that you say that they're preparing us for the world, and he says that he hadn't gone through much trauma. Dude, we lost our mom. I was 16 and a half, 17, and my little sister was 15. My older sister was 18. Yeah, we were still in high school. We lost her to cancer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and it's crazy because you talk about mental health and this and that trauma, and like to me, like death is nothing anymore because I love my wife, I love my kids, but I don't foresee anything happening to them, and like anybody else, I'm just like, dude, it's another day.
Yeah.
It numbs you.
Yeah, it does.
It numbs you.
It really does. And it's crazy because like you see adults and they're like 50, 55, 60 and their parents die and they're just like, they're all sad and you're like, bro, you lived a whole life with your parents. Like and it's crazy because I've known my wife now longer than I've known my mom.
Damn.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, me and my wife were high school sweethearts. And so I met my wife when I was 15. I'm 35 now.
Were you a mama's boy?
Yeah, I was.
So that devastated you?
It did.
Yeah.
It turned me into all kinds of shit, and I went all kinds of down the wrong road and whatever. And my dad was always working, and I took care of my little sister. My older sister was already out of the house and stuff, and so
Damn, bro.
yeah, and it's crazy because the
And I get it, but I'm still sorry to hear that, bro.
yeah.
When my dad passed, it's going on 10 years. And I feel like everything that my dad prepared me for in life to succeed and to whatever, it happened right after he died.
Yeah,
And I don't even know why I feel guilt, but I do, because I'm like, you raised me my whole life to see this part of my life to like happen to into fruition or whatever.
Yeah.
And you pass right before it happened. And it's just like it eats at me sometimes. It eats at me sometimes, more than it should. But I'm just like, whatever you prepared me for my whole life, you fucking passed away to see what you prepared me for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks.
And we were so young that she was always telling us growing up like 10, 11 years old, well, I'm not going to be here forever, you know, and this and that. And that's why I'm teaching you how to wash dishes. I'm teaching you how to wash clothes, keep your house clean, do this, make sure you get your schoolwork done and, you know, everything. And you're like, okay, you ain't never going to leave. Why are you talking like that? And then from one day to the next. I say from one day to the next, but she had it for 2 or 3 years.
But it's still one day to the next.
No.
yeah,
Because you're 40-something years old. 2 or 3 years is a little space in your timeline.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
yeah.
It sucks,
and
man.
it's crazy because I mean, I always tell my wife, I'm like, because my mom, she grew up in the food industry too, and so she worked at Furs forever, and so I'm like, imagine if my mom was still here. Imagine how far along we would be in this business because, you know, she knew the whole service side of it.
Shout out Furs.
That place was good as
Furs.
fuck.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Furs was badass.
Yeah, man. It's so weird, man. To just lose a parent. Obviously, it feels like it's never enough time, but in my opinion, as time progresses, you learn how to deal with it. But the wound, in my opinion, it never gets old. It's still an open wound.
I think it just teaches you to cherish every moment with people that you love.
Yeah.
And it's inevitable. We're all gonna lose a parent and both parents or whatever, but it sucks. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It never feels like it's the right time.
No,
Never.
never. Mm-mm. We thought last year we were gonna lose my dad because they cut his pinky toe off a couple years ago, and then they cut his big toe off, and then they cut all the toes off, and then they cut his foot off within like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So the pinky went first, and then after the pinky, I think like right in September, at the end of September, they took his toe, and then he was in the hospital for like 45 days.
Damn.
With then taking his big toe, all his toes, and then his foot. And so, yeah.
Well, he could still make a hell of a menudo.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I shot you a text. I was like, bro, that menudo's fire, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, he's been waiting on that.
Yeah, y'all put that out there. I was like, man, let me get the menudo. And then I had it. I was like, I sent you a text like, bro, that menudo's fire.
Yeah, we were trying to do it early in the season, but then it just didn't get cold enough.
But that's the thing, too. Like, after I sent you that message, I was there, like, at 11. And then after I sent you that message, it's probably, like, 11:45. And he was, like, sold out of menudo. I was like, fuck
And
yeah.
that's because we did 40 pounds of meat.
God damn.
40 pounds. I'm talking about the pot was this big and this round. I mean, it was huge.
Damn.
So your success is my success, and I'm happy for it, man. Legit, man. All of y'all. Like, Justice, man, like, to hear him say he fucks with you, and he, like...
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm happy for it. Like, I'm a fan of yours. I love it. You're not just my boy. I'm a fan of you. Like, for real, man.
Thank you.
Legit, man.
I am gonna have to try y'all's food though. I don't really like try new food very often, but I'm gonna have to get out there.
Yeah, come on Thursday. Chicken fried steak. It'll make you either that or a burger. I mean, everything really, but chicken fried steak
I want
is
to
crazy.
try that chicken fried
Where
steak.
where y'all at?
We're 2013 North Ash Avenue. So kind of in the Tulane and Rice area. You might not know the area because you're young, but like headed towards the Lubbock Business Park.
Okay.
You know, like in the
Oh,
DPS area, but
I've
before
seen it.
in the neighborhood.
Is that across the street from DOS Mart?
Yeah.
I deliver there. I
know the
deliver there.
neighborhood.
I delivered to that DOS Mart on Thursdays
For
beer. I deliver beer.
with
Budweiser.
okay. Yeah.
Hey, go across the street. Get
Yeah.
a chicken
Now
fried
that
steak.
I know, I'm gonna
on
go
Thursday,
over there.
There you go.
I'm gonna go over there.
Get
I'll
that
try it
chicken
out.
fried
My family used to live right there on Rice Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother went to Arnett. That was there.
Yeah.
Is Arnett still there?
The school's there, but it's not open.
It's not open no more.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to deliver bread to that little convenience store that was right there, the little Arabian one.
Yeah. DOS Mart.
Yeah, is that it?
That's it,
Okay,
yeah.
That's been years ago. I've been doing bread for 19 years, so
Dang.
this is when I first started doing bread. I delivered out there a couple of times out there.
Well, I thank you guys for coming on, man. My gratitude is huge for all of y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming. And I don't do shout outs no more, Luz. Just because it gets old. People come, still give the same shout outs. I want to ask you, man, do you have a final thought that you want to give?
Yeah. I mean, just be you. Don't be an asshole and treat people the way you want to be treated.
That's perfect. That's badass. Aaron, you want a final thought?
My final thought would be I'm gonna do this for Justice just because his show really hits me in a different spot. Just because I haven't been open to what everything has to do with it. But reach out to people. Mental health and the way people are taught and learn, there is different ways to do it. So the old school way of the way we were taught, the way we were learned on anything that we've done, there's different ways. So just keep an eye open for it. If it's not working, maybe it's another way that needs to be taught. Just stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah.
That's my final word on that. On that is just because you got taught a certain way doesn't mean it has to be taught that way.
That's the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's not being shown, progression is not being shown, take a different avenue. Just be open for it. So that's
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Justice?
I feel like it's crazy. I do a mental health podcast, but when I come on here, I feel like I hit my best advice. That's what I hit my deep shit. I don't know why, but mine today is
I'll take that.
an object in motion always stays in motion. So keep moving, keep pushing, keep moving forward. Don't stop, because otherwise you're stuck where you're stuck in the
fucking
quicksand.
hit the nail on the head, bro. Me being old, getting old, I want to be as strong and as badass as I used to. Yeah. I've powerlifted. I was a powerlifter most of my entire life, adult life, and it's such a ego fucking gut punch to not lift as much as you could lift or whatever. But at least I'm still moving. Like I'm still in the gym. I'm still fucking like I'm not that motherfucker that bends down and is like, you know what I mean? So, bro, that goes a long fucking way with me, because a body in motion stays in motion. But it's just because of my ego.
Yeah.
I say I let my ego die, but sometimes it's still there, and I'm just like, motherfucker, you used to fucking rep out 405 on incline. You know what I mean? But I'm still in the fucking gym.
Yeah, mass moves mass.
Yeah. So, fuck yeah, dude. That's badass.
Yes, sir.
I want to shout out Bubba and Brie Grilled Cheese. I want to shout out Cuevas Drive In. I fuck with them. They fuck with me. I want to shout out my sponsors, Tigre Burrito. And I want to shout out RL Creations and Patriot Painting Construction. I love you fucking guys. And until next time,